Good morning, and what is going on, my YouTube family? Welcome back to the Gaming Brigade. It is Friday, February 18th. I hope, as always, everyone is healthy and safe. Good morning to the usual suspects. We got Sounds, we got King, we got Brian, and we got Rob. Thank you guys for stopping by this morning. Had to do a quick pivot. Was going to actually stream Horizon Forbidden West, but first of all, the game is absolutely amazing, and obviously we're going to be talking Division the entire time we're here. But yeah, I got 2.5 hours into the game, and I just made it to for Horizon Forbidden West. Got 2 hours into the thing, and I just got to the intro, you know what I mean, where the whole story actually begins. So there's gameplay and there's cinematics, and I don't want to give away any spoilers, so I didn't want to live stream that. But 2.5 hours in, because it launched at 9 p.m. my time, by 11:30 that's when the opening credits hit. So 2.5 hours till it's just such an immersive, amazing game. I cannot wait to share it with you. Really appreciate all the support in regards to you guys wanting me to actually show that game, so I will be doing that at the beginning of next week. So anyway, what's going on, unknown dude? Good morning, Travis. Hello, hello. Good to see you all here. Today we're just going to be answering questions in regards to Season 8, your gameplay, what's going on in the division, what's going on in the future, what we hope to hear soon. These are my favorite things, these Friday chats. I can focus in on you. What's up? You got the goodness. See, I can actually answer the stuff in real time, focusing on you, my family. What's up, Robert? Good to see you. Yeah. Good morning. Good morning to you, Robert. So, guys, talk to me. What's going on in your game? A lot of stuff I'll be showing you today. A lot of farming things. Excuse me, things I've been working on. Pretty tired. Stayed up late playing Horizon Forbidden West. But anyway. Lots to go over, my friends, so please make sure, if you are now just joining, hit that like button, hit that sub button. At the beginning of this stream, we are sitting at 24,734 subs, which is amazing. So close to cracking 25,000. So hopefully we can crack this thing over the next few days, which is insane because less than 2 weeks ago, we were at 24,000 subs, and we're about to crack 25. You guys are just awesome, so I appreciate you all. Anofre, good morning. Hello from Portugal. Hello from California, my friend. Yeah, it's Liam. All the usual suspects are here. I love it. So, guys, let me know what's going on in your gameplay. What you're looking at now is some highlights throughout the week from, playing Season 8. One thing I've been hearing, and let me know what your feedback has been or what you've noticed, the loot has been insanely good over the last week for me. I don't know about you guys. I can't get the FAMAS I'm looking for. I did craft a decent one, I think, in the last live stream. But I'll tell you right that. It's the loot's been really good, and I've been hearing that from a lot of people. I've been hearing a lot of people saying all of a sudden loot kicked in big time this week. I would love to know your feedback as well. Got everyone just rolling in. Started this about 3 minutes in. We're already at 20 viewers. You guys, guys, I appreciate you so much. Again, hit that like button. Got 17 viewers. We should have 17 likes. Let's get this thing going. Let's try to get to 100 likes within the first hour. That's my goal. Oh, nice. Brian Massey, welcome to the Eagle Bearer Club, my friend. Brian Massey says, I just got the Eagle Bearer last night with some good people and some, yeah, from the Red Dot Society. So this is the thing, Brian, and this is something I've said 1,000 times. One of the best things about this game, in my opinion, is the community that surrounds it. You know what I'm saying? You have groups, you have people who are willing to help each other out. It's not just about, I don't know. There's such a different dynamic about this game, in my opinion, that really makes it such a great game. You have, and especially at this point too, because you have a lot of people just jumping in. People like Brian who haven't done the raids yet or haven't been able to get the Eagle Bearer, being able to jump into a game. What is my watch? My watch just told me not to worry about it. Geez, Siri, that was aggressive. Wasn't even talking to you. Let's take my watch off. I am going to worry about it, Siri, damn it. Anyway, yeah, it's the community here, and I love it. Congratulations, Brian. You're going to love that weapon. What's going on, Scott? Good morning. Yeah, this is honestly, Scott's, hitting the gym, man. Love tuning into the stream while working out. I hit the gym already this morning. What do you, is it leg day? You know, Batman doesn't skip leg day. I skip leg day every damn chance I have. Just putting that out there. Straight up. Total honesty, people. Travis is saying, so I just came back to the game, just hit 40. Like on Monday, solo player, not quite up to doing hard, so you think it's worth to try to speed run round for season challenges. So to answer your question, Travis, in my opinion, and guys, if I am chatting with you live, this is all pre-recorded footage, but I am here obviously talking to you, answering your questions as we go along. It may take me a second to play catch up, but I promise I will. So Travis, it's really up to you and how you want to play your game. The reality is this. I would recommend trying to get through the season. Reason being is you're going to get a ton of great rewards during that time. That, in my opinion, is the most important part. Now that you're at level 40, what I recommend doing is this. Focus on one type of build at a time. Or let's say if you have a certain type of build you like to run. Let's say it's an assault rifle build. Focus on maxing that thing out. You know what I mean? I know you're just at level 40, but the best thing about your joining the game now is you could join random matchmaking on heroic, stay in the back. The rest of your team's going to get that loot for you. You know what I'm saying? Try to go in a team of 4, probably a little bit easier. You know what I'm saying? But putting that aside, meaning for you, like if your character isn't strong enough to run heroic or something like that, do a difficulty a little bit higher. You'll find so many agents that just want to help out and help you get that good gear. So don't worry about what you need to do before the new content comes out. In my opinion, enjoy the game because you have a lot of time to catch up. I got the goodness. It says loot has been great. Great 3 exotics in 1 match. You dropped it all for other players in the match. Again, that's what this is going back to something that Brian was saying in regards to getting the Eagle Bearer. I got the goodness. Other thing, Travis, really quick, is if you do use random matchmaking, and I'm not sure if you do or not, but if you do, you hit up that mission control point, whatever it is, stick around to the end because a lot of people, especially people who have a higher shade level, they're going to have items to drop typically. And not only that, if you want to do something at a higher difficulty, call for backup. And people who are answering that call want to join in and want to help out and want to share loot, stuff like that. And before anyone asks, yes, we are going to start doing that hopefully next week. I will be streaming with you guys, my Division family, subs and members and all that good stuff. So, and one thing I did, guys, if you are so inclined, you want to become a member, I think that works. I put a pin at the top there so I don't have to keep typing in the link to join if you feel so inclined. But if you're just joining me now, hit that like button, hit that sub button, talking all things Division, talking about your Season 8, what's going on. And yeah, my friends, we're going to keep on rolling. Let me look back at the questions. Have some more tea. Again, up a little too late last night. Joshua says, good morning, Joshua, by the way. Had 3 exotics drop in the Bank Headquarters League run. Yeah, it's been nuts. It's been absolutely nuts. Brian, exactly. Brian was just saying, you're right, my friend. It's always been the community that brings us together. That's it, 1,000%. That's why I love this game so much. That's why I don't put it down. And it's one of the best games ever created. There's that too. So let's not forget that. Scott says he's in a garage gym on the stationary bike. Right on. I'll tell you right now, I've got one. I've got a spin bike in the garage. Keeps me going, man. Especially on days where it's like, oh, and by the way, the whole family is home today, and I've got a friend's dogs here. You could hear a bunch of madness in the background. What can I do about it? It's a 4-day weekend. Robert says he cannot wait to get that Mantis. Yeah, I'm telling you. So that's the thing. So we were just talking about speed running and what should you do? Should you try to rip through the whole season and get all the stuff? Two schools of thought to that. First of all, the faster you get through that season, the faster you're going to obviously get those guaranteed drops. The Mantis, the Vile Mask, the Chain Killer. I mean, I put out a video yesterday, a Diamondback video. What's great about this week Kenley College is open. The Diamondback is a guaranteed drop once you complete all the different branches of Kenley College. And the Chain Killer is a guaranteed drop during the seasonal reward track. So in this game, in my opinion, anytime you can get something guaranteed, you want to do it. So, it all depends on how quickly you want to get it done. For me, I'm taking my time with it. Next week, we're going to be doing at least 2 live streams, one live, one chat. But during the live stream, I'm going to show you, because next week we have our first global event, the Hollywood Global event. Now, it is not the most popular one, and I do not like that event, to be honest with you. I find it really annoying. Putting that aside, for me, I use that time to farm XP, gain stars, just stack, as many caches as I can. We'll do that live, and I'll show you what I work on, how I focus, and how quickly you can earn caches in this game. Get a lot of good stuff, regardless of difficulty. So I forgot who was mentioning you were just getting to level 40. It was Travis. I'm going to show you a few farming techniques next week that'll help you gain those stars, get that gear, level up, and all that stuff. But in my opinion, friends, take your time. You know what I'm saying? There is no mad rush for this at all. At all. But if you want to get those weapons, grind it out, man. It's definitely worth it. And keep in mind, each time we get a main target, you're going to have 15 levels of double XP. The season is kind of condensed a little more. I don't know exactly when the next target in the Manhunt becomes available. I think it's a few weeks from now, if that. Normally, it's spaced out much further. So you're going to be able to, gain a lot of stuff pretty quick, which is awesome. Let's see what we got. Yep, Robert saying he always wants to help out while playing. That's why, again, amazing community, love it. Again, if you're just joining, hit that like button, hit that sub button. Guys, we're knocking on the door of 25,000 subs, which is insane. When I started the stream, we were at 24,734. Would love to get to 25,000 by Monday. Don't think that's possible, but hey, we can see what happens. Absolutely. Brian Massey, welcome to the Gaming Brigade. Thank you so much, my friend. Appreciate it. And I was actually just reading your other question. Always down for heroic or legendary mission. 1,000%. And guys, one thing I want to address really quick as well to my family is starting next week, we're going to be talking about, I am going to be making some changes to my current clan. I'm kind of just wiping the slate clean, starting over. It's going to be a place where, people just hang out, have fun. I try to do as much as I can with the clan. That is going to change. If you're interested in one of these live chats, in the live chat next week, I'm going over details on if you want to join. Again, I try to organize as many things as I can, but love to have some active members in there, so I will keep you guys posted for sure. Brian, welcome to the brigade. Thank you so much. Sincerely appreciate it. Love chaos, right? Joshua is asking, I'm trying to find an assault rifle build that does some good damage without ridiculous proccing of things. All right, so Joshua, for me, what I recommend is this. If you're looking for, let's say, an assault rifle build. Now, really quick, if you can do me a favor, let me know as I scroll down. I'll check it out. Are you looking for run and gun, or are you looking for something where you're kind of in cover, hanging back a little bit? Like, do you want a shield or no shield, stuff like that? Let me know in regards to that, and I can just give you a few tips on how to put something like that together. Excuse me, guys. Trenton, good morning. What exotics do you think are coming to the Division 2 update? I have no idea, and I'm not even going to begin to guess. Someone had mentioned in one of the last live streams that, oh gosh, I forgot what it was, but there was like Massive had released something in regards to like a picture or just something with like an automatic handgun or something like that. I don't know if that's the case, but that would be absolutely insane, like an exotic handgun that's like fully automatic. Again, I haven't looked. I forgot about that. And until it's actually released from the game itself, to be honest with you, I don't really put too much stock in it, I mean, it's a little bit tricky because, look, all of us at the game, who play this game, we obviously love it. We're here, we've been here. That doesn't seem to be changing anytime soon. And the fact is, with this universe right now, there's a lot of stuff, there's a lot of stuff upcoming. There's a lot of stuff that's up in the air, and things that were planned have been canceled, and, understandably so. I get that. I'm not disparaging that at all. But the point is, we have no idea what to expect. So until I see it from the game and we get some tangible stuff, I don't like to speculate too much. You know what I mean? Oh, no way. No fray. Best thing you did was start a hardcore character and you're already at shade 200, 1 life, 1 kill, LOL. I'll tell you right now, I've done 3 hardcore characters. I'm on my 3rd right now, and I'll do some live gameplay of that next week as well. 2 of them died because of a Delta error. 1 was at like level 8, so whatever. Not shade level 8, I mean level 8. The other one was at level 28, so I almost cracked level, or maybe it was even level, I don't even know where I was, but the point is I was right before hitting either, level 30 or 40. I want to say 30, because it's been a while, but anyway, the point being, I'm, like, now I only play hardcore like an hour at a time, because I'm afraid of losing connection. Sele says, unclassified, if you don't collect all the collectibles, do you miss out on something? No, you don't. You just miss out on the collectibles, I believe. I don't know if there's a blueprint or something. It's been a while since I've done that exactly. You may want to check on that, but from what I know, you're just missing out on the actual collectibles themselves. Liam is saying, which is very true, Liam was saying that Golden Bullet is his favorite. Hang on, let me get back to it. Where did I just scrolled up real quick? Yeah, Liam is saying favorite event is Golden Bullet by a long shot. Me too. Unfortunately, it's not in the season. Wish it was. I'm surprised they didn't bring that back, to be honest with you. But again, I think it is a carbon copy of the first run of this, which was season 2, just greatly condensed. Freeze in 11. I think this was already answered. But Freeze in 11 says, do you know if the 2 times XP is going to persist throughout the season? So it's just to kick off the season. So again, every Manhunt target, there are 4 Manhunt targets total. Each time, typically, we get a Manhunt target, it's going to be double XP for the first 15 shade levels when that target is active. So in essence, you're going to be able to gain 60 shade levels super fast throughout this, season itself, but it does not go on the whole time. It is just for the first 15 shade levels. Rob answered the question. You do get a small amount of XP for getting all the collectibles, classified missions, stuff like that. Keep on scrolling down. Brian is saying, I haven't played Kenley College since I got the diamond back, but it's like a hidden gem. Yeah, 2 things. So with and I'm the same way, honestly. Once they put the diamond back in the general loot pool, no one really had the desire to play Kenley College. And it is a gem, and you can get a ton of loot there. Like a ton of loot there. It's a really good spot. Keep going down. Basic question coming. No worries. Let me check down. Tater Salad. Good morning, boss. How are you, my friend? Good to see you. Rob asks, have you gotten close to the 18-minute remaining National Zoo? I definitely beat it on story mode, which is hardly counts, right? But you have to try it on challenging. Kamikaze Von Doom put out a build yesterday where he shows the game footage of him being able to rip through it in under the 18 minutes. Lady Death. I want to say Hunter's Fury to Sokolov. No point in a shield that only slows you down. I don't know what his skills were that he used. I know he used a pulse and a drone or something like that. Go to his channel, check it out. It is possible. For me, I just don't have the desire to run it again. I just don't. Look, there are certain things I do in this game, certain things I enjoy, certain things I'm like, man, I don't really feel like doing that. That's kind of one of those things for me. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, I just don't feel like running Manning National Zoo to get a 10 out of 10. I'd rather spend my time farming, stuff like that. Okay, so Joshua. Okay, hang on. I don't know where they are stored. Okay, so Sele is saying, you get exotic parts, but you don't know where they're stored. Oddly, when I deconstruct my unwanted weapons, I destroy my exotic parts. Yeah, so you can only have 20 at a time. So chances are you're stocked. If you go to your menu, you go over to settings. Not settings, excuse me. You go over to... see, this is the only problem without actually being live right now. I wish I could show you, and I can't. Do me a favor, shoot me a message. I will walk you through it directly. Trying to play catch up. Liam was saying Hunter's Fury with Lady Death. Yep. Liam was saying he got it 1749. You must have been, oh wow, that is so close. Brian asks, how do I feel about the upgrading, excuse me, about them upgrading the critical hit chance and critical hit damage percentages? Now that's something I haven't heard. I'm not sure. Do me a favor, Brian. Where did you hear that? Let me know what's going on. So I'd love to know, you got that information. Oh, and real quick, before we get too far along, again, you guys, if you are Steven, I see you there. I see you, buddy. Good morning, my friend. Good morning, good morning. Really quick, I want to address Joshua's question. Joshua was asking earlier in the stream, what type of build do you recommend? Assault rifle build where you don't have to wait for 1,000 things to get procced? Well, what I recommend are a few things. First off, with your assault rifle, you want a talent that is going to give you that bonus no matter what. Great talent on an assault rifle is, let's start with, Ranger. Love that weapon because you're going to get damage regardless of the distance you are between you and any NPC. As far as the chest piece goes, use something that, for instance, can keep you in cover. And I want to say it's Overwatch. That's a great one. Once you're in, I think it's once you're in cover for 10 seconds, something like that, you're getting like 15%. Weapon damage bonus, I believe. On your bag, you can use, I want to say it's Composure, where again, you're in cover, and no matter what, when you're in cover, you're getting those bonuses, whether you're moving or not. So something like that, in my opinion, is a great way to start off. Then you kind of go from there. So you have an assault rifle in one hand, you have, not one hand, you know what I'm saying? You have assault rifle, you have a rifle. You're always going to be getting those bonuses. You could run 3 Providence, a Grupo, and let's say, I would recommend either the Contractor's Gloves or Fox's Prayer knee pads. Those are great as well. And you should be doing a lot of damage with that. Just aim for the dome. But you're putting out a lot of damage with that stuff for sure. Let's see what we got. Yeah, 1 piece of Fenris too, Joshua. Very good point. So, good morning, Mr. Walker. Good to see you. What's going on with you, my friend? Hope you're doing well today. Said hello to Steven. I got the goodness. The only bad thing about joining random matchmaking is sometimes you join a match where every directive is on and players are level 100 on heroic. Yes, that does happen if you're jumping into like the, let's say you want to jump into the summit, play there. I've had that happen before. I've had that happen where all of a sudden I'm in the middle of it and I'm like, what's going on here? Like, why is this happening right now? It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So again, if that's the case and it's not your gameplay, you can bail. They're going to keep matchmaking till they find someone. So make sure it's something you actually want to do and you have hopefully the ability to actually do it. Because all that happens is if you jump into a group, you can hold your own in a way. We're talking legendary or whatever it is. The scaling of the NPC changes, and that does affect the other members of the group. So you do want to make sure you can actually, do some damage when you're doing it. Yeah, so Joshua, I think, like a Fenris chest, yeah, I would go, 3-piece Providence, Fenris chest, Grupo bag if you can. You want the talent. I like the talent Ranger on a weapon. I like the talent, Overwatch on the chest. Composure, really basic skills, giving you a lot of extra damage. And a lot of people like Vigilance, you're getting more of a damage increase when you have that on your bag. However, you have to remember, you take damage, there's that 4-second cooldown, which again isn't a lifetime, but this, Composure keeps going nonstop. And if you want extra survivability, use the Survivalist talent. You can use a, what's great about using, even if you don't, let's say it depends on your skills, but if you have a turret, or if you have, like, for instance, I was going to say you want more survivability, what you can do is you can use the talent Survivalist, and with that you can use the healing Seeker Mines. You drop those, and you can also put the talent Companion on your bag. And when you have that, you're still going to get a weapon damage bonus anytime there's a skill that is near you within X amount of space. So you have those, Seeker healing mines. They're going to be with you the whole time. So you're always getting that weapon damage bonus. They're going to follow you around, keep you alive. That helps out a lot as well. Keep scrolling down. What's up, bro? In your opinion in PvP? Okay, so Flacco 1. In my opinion, when does headshot damage really start to melt? 100%, 150, 200. So I'm not a person to ask PvP questions. I do not know. I really do not step into the dark zone that often. So again, I wish I could answer that for you, but I would just be guessing. I'd say ask Cowboy, Von Doom, people like that. They'll have a much better read on that. Again, guys, if you're just joining, welcome to the stream. Do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that sub button. We're just getting going. 54 people in the stream right now. Hopefully that'll keep climbing. I'm sure it will. We're just, like I said, started this thing. Cracking on the door of 25,000 subs. So if you have not as yet, hit that like button, hit that sub button. Got 53 viewers. Love to see 53 likes up there. Trying to play a little more catch up real quick. Then we're going to talk about the stuff that's going on the screen. Liam says use a police M4 or FAMAS with Optimist. That is a fantastic weapon as well. The more you fire the weapon, the more damage you're getting. That's another good one. I actually just put together police M4 striker build. I may release that actually later this afternoon. I normally don't do 2 videos in a day, like a live stream and then, a video, but I have a feeling I might do that today because I love that build. Everyone's like, dude, you have to put it, and I think I say this at the beginning of the build video. Everyone's like, you got to put together striker police M4, and I did, and I was like, oh my god, this thing's amazing. It's just lights out. It is so much fun to use. So much fun to use. Sadist, great talent as well. But remember, Sadist is bleeding enemies, correct? Am I right on that? Because then you'd want Wicked on the bag. So I think that's what Sadist is. I think Sadist is giving you extra weapon damage to bleeding enemies. So again, you know what I mean? So many different options. And that's why, when I do while I do build videos, I say just a template, try out different things. Footage you're looking at really quick, guys, is from earlier in the week. These are just some highlights of stuff. Still on the hunt for those God-rolled mods. I cannot for the life of me. I did get some really good stuff this week. You'll see in some of this footage. Tell you right now, still can't get that 13% protection from elites. I'm never going to stop trying, like ever. I think one of my main things to focus on between now and the new content is that. Sirius Black, guys, question. Is there any fix for the random crashes? Well, real quick, Steven, have a wonderful day. And good to see you, my friend. I'll see you soon for sure. I'll hit you up. I'll text you later, man. And Sirius Black, yes, I am well. I hope you're well as well. Said the word well a few times. Anyway, Sirius, I'm assuming you're playing on either PlayStation or PC. Because for me, from my experience, from the info you've given me here at the channel, that's where most of the crashes seem to happen. I'm on Xbox primarily. Don't really deal with that drama. You know what I mean? So do me a favor. If you're on PC, let me know, or let me know what platform you're on. Let's see. Is there any way, PCT 2022, good morning. Is there any way to see a player's levels in Division 2 like you can for Battlefield games? Well, I know you can see a player's stats once you get close to him. You're going to see a little icon that you press. I want to say it's, gosh, I don't know if it's the right directional pad or the left or whatever it is. I think you hit one of those and one of the controller sticks. And I think you can then see the player's stats. You get close to him enough. I think that's the case. I don't know the comparison to Battlefield, but you can see where player's sitting, or you can see their build and their shade level. So I think you can pretty much look at most of their stuff. I'm not too sure. Haven't really done that. Rob's saying he gets them on PC. Any tips on a one-shot sniper build? Taylor, yes. I actually put... So, Taylor, are you currently... First of all, if you haven't as yet, I'm not sure, and it's, again, further along in the season. In the seasonal reward track right now is the Mantis sniper rifle. The thing is a monster. You definitely want to try to pick that up. I do have a few one-shot sniper build videos that I've put together. One being the Mantis. One that I'm trying to put together is for the Nemesis, which is just the strongest sniper rifle in the game, in my opinion. I mean, you're just one-tapping like 56 mil. It's insane the stuff you can do. I'd recommend, if you're in cover with I don't know if you have Sawyer's knee pads or not, but if you're in cover with that, you can have Sawyer's knee pads. You want to have at least 2 or 3 pieces of Araldi. So you're going to get that headshot damage, the marksman rifle damage, stuff like that. But yeah, there are a bunch of them out there for sure. And a lot of fun to use. I need to get back into that a little more also. See you right now. Oh, you didn't hear anything. Okay, so Brian had asked you earlier, what do you think about if there are going to be improvements, if you will, to crit hit chance, or I guess not improvements, they're going to be increases to crit hit chance, crit hit damage. I thought he heard something, hadn't heard anything, but when we find out more about the expertise system, which will be coming with this next update, I think that's going to give us a much better idea of what we can actually expect when the stuff comes out. You know what I'm saying? Really quick, guys, if you're just joining the stream, do me a favor, hit that like button. If you're new, feel free to hit that sub or join button. There's a link to join at the top. Welcome to the channel. We're just talking all things Division, Season 8, answering questions, all that good stuff. Yeah, so serious. So I know you're on PC, and honestly, I got a direct message from someone last night, and this is something I'm going to talk about in my news video on Monday. PC crashes are prevalent. Now, one thing I've heard, and let me know if this works for you over the weekend, shoot me a message on Twitter or whatever, or here on the video. I've heard that when you completely and totally, exit out of your game, like not just close the game, like, I mean, completely close it, not just, whatever it is, like totally shut the game down completely each time you play, that should have a better effect on it. I know, for instance, with Xbox, if I don't actually quit the game entirely, when I try to log on, it always says, Delta error or Foxtrot or whatever it is. I have to literally quit the game every single time in order to load in without any issues the next time. So try doing that. Let me know what's going on. What's up, Destroyer? Good morning, good morning. Yeah, Onofre, you can lose your hardcore character if there is a Delta error. It sucks, and I'm sure I did not jinx you. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Happened to me twice. I was so pissed off. So pissed off. I mean, I don't want to deny or confirm I broke a controller, but I know I was pissed. That's for sure. Destroyer finally gets the Hunter-Killer chest. Way to go, my friend. Right on, right on. I got to do that thing too, buddy. Tell you what. Good morning. Is it Kemery? Kemery Davis. Just hit level 40, and I don't know too much about the different builds. I'm going to give you a very generalized answer to that. There's so much to learn with builds. There's so many things you're going to learn as you cruise along. The point is this. When it comes to builds, find a type of weapon you like using with. Excuse me. Find a type of weapon you like using. Let's say your favorite weapon is an assault rifle. Then you want to think to yourself, well, how do I like to play this game? Do I play solo, or am I in a group? Let's say you're a solo player. We'll go off of that. Where do you like to be in proximity to the NPC? Are you a person who likes to rush in and just guns blazing? Are you more further in the back, kind of in like the medium area, stuff like that? And you want to just really go from there. If you go back on my channel, there's a build I did a while ago, like a kind of a beginner's basic build where I have an assault rifle and a rifle equipped, and it just kind of giving me that ability to just get used to the mechanics of the game. But again, don't worry about it too much. As the game progresses, you'll become more and more comfortable with the different weapons. Therefore, you will be, more proficient at other things in the game. So I wouldn't worry about that. What I do is I find a weapon I like using, and I kind of go off of that. And just build it that way. And the most important thing, I know it sounds cliche, have fun, enjoy your gameplay. If you're trying to do stuff that just is like, I just can't crack this now, give it a minute. I know a year ago I couldn't do Lincoln Memorial in under 10 minutes. it took me like 20, 25 minutes to do it. Now, because of a different build and running Hunter's Fury and having the Memento and having the Scorpio, I can crack it 10 minutes easily each time. Oh, not each time, but you know what I'm saying. Much easier. So again, take your time. You'll learn the builds. There is no rush whatsoever. All right, trying to play catch up. Greetings from Denmark. Hello, Svensson23. Greetings to you, my friend. So we got going on here. What is a striker build? So when I say striker build, so when someone says, let's say, striker build, or I'm drawing a blank here, a Hunter's Fury build, things like that. What that means is they're running 4 pieces of the same gear set to get certain bonuses. So if you look at certain pieces of gear, so the build I'm running right here on the screen is a Hunter's Fury build. The reason it's called a Hunter's Fury build is I have all 4 pieces equipped, so I get all of the bonuses, the gear set bonuses that comes with that gear set. So when someone refers to something as a certain type of build, it's because they're running a certain type of gear set. Thank you confirming, Liam. Yes, Sadist is bleeding related. So again, if you run something with the Sadist talent on the weapon, you want to have Wicked on the backpack. We'll keep going down. Someone has something about exotics. Liam, any current exotics you would like to see a buff for? Gosh, that's a good question. Trying to think what exotics I don't use. Look, there are some powerful weapons in this game, and some of them are exotics. Others, like the M4, like the FAMAS, like the Dark Winter, like a lot of the named items in this game are beastly too. As far as the exotics go, I can't think of one off the top of my head where I'd like to see, like, I'd really, I don't know, maybe, I'm trying to think what exotic I don't really touch. And I can't really think of one right now, but I'm sure there is. I'm sure there's something I'd like to see a tweak here and there. Once again, guys, if you're just joining the stream, hit that like button, hit that sub button. If you're inclined, you can hit the join button as well, which is a link at the top. PCT is saying you have not seen a God rolled mod in 3 months. Yeah, so I think somewhere in this footage, there's a God rolled mod where I think it was like skill duration, maybe skill damage. God rolled mods are hard to come by. In my hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, literally, hours of farming, I think I had 5, maybe, no, I wouldn't even, let's say 3 or 4, 6% crit hit chance, which is the max. I have 12% crit hit damage. I have a few 11.8s, or let's say an 11.7, an 11.8. They're really hard to come by, the ones you really, really want. Let's see what we got here again. Trying to play catch up, guys. Are we down there? Nope, not yet. Let's scroll back up. Give me a second, my wonderful friends. Where are we? Member of players. Sorry, just trying to play catch up again. Sele has another questions. You'll do a heroic legendary mission at the end of this session. My damage and kills are either first or second, but accuracy consistently low at 20%. Can't work it out. No worries. It doesn't matter because you're putting out a ton of damage. None of that stuff. I mean, the thing is you'll work on your accuracy, and that's it. I mean, I would have to say typically I'm running with a shotgun. I think in one of these you'll see, and it's again, I don't, when I'm on a lower difficulty, challenging or hard. I think I was doing one of the time trials with a shotgun or an SMG, and my accuracy was at like 44% because I'm like, man, I'm just firing and turning. Like I don't even try to aim. I'm just pray and spray, just like everywhere I can. So again, I wouldn't really worry about that. If you're putting out that damage, that's what counts. Again, the more and more you play, the more and more you become proficient at it, especially when you run certain levels over and over. That's one thing you want to keep in mind. One of the reasons you see me running Lincoln Memorial or you see me farming certain places on a consistent basis, because I know the timing of the NPC, and that's why I recommend anytime you're trying out a new build, go to a place where you know that NPC timing so you can see how the build responds to your gameplay. That's really important. And look, we have a firing range or a shooting range, but that's a stationary target. So you can see what can happen when you get that direct shot. However, and this is the important part, you don't have a moving target. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not moving around and they're not shooting back at you. And so that does have a big play. So what I recommend doing, say, go to, if you have a favorite mission, farm that bad boy over and over and over. You know, practice those movements. Watch how these guys respond. Know that with certain NPCs, when they stop, they're going to do a barrel roll. And then you can just one-tap them right in the dome. Because you know, oh, I'm not going to fire now. You're about to roll. I'm just going to wait. Volume seems low. Let me crank it up a little bit. Does my volume seem low compared to the gameplay, or is it just low entirely? And Dan, sometimes, I don't know if you're on your phone, but I've been getting a lot of messages saying that it is, yeah, is it in the game? Oh, you mean the game volume is low? Is that what we're talking about? Anyway, let me know, guys. I'm trying to play catch up. The Nemesis is the best looking sniper rifle it is. It is a monster. I absolutely love it. Yeah, Lieutenant Dan, ice cream, Lieutenant Dan. Yes, I think it's probably your phone. There are some times where I'll listen to a stream, whether it's on phone or PC. I can't hear anything unless I have headphones in, so that's probably it. But do me a favor, guys. I'm going to scroll down. Hey, if I missed your question and you really want me to see it, you can also hit me up in Super Chat. That way it's lit up. I do my best to try to catch up to all of these. If everyone can do me a favor, I'm going to scroll down. Give me a thumbs up if my voice is okay in regards to my voice versus the actual gameplay. I'm looking at the gameplay now, the audio file. It looks like I'm towering over the noise that the firing may make, but I just want to make sure. Steve-O, what's going on? What's going on? You said thanks in advance. I'm not sure for what. Okay, quick question. Haven't tested it yet. Do skill kills proc armor on kill? I think they do. I don't know. You know, I got to tell you, I'm usually I'm trying to get skill kills in most of this footage right here. And one thing I'm just thinking about is the fact that, you know, I usually have all my armor on kill builds are with, you know, running with a gunner specialization. I think they do. I don't see why they wouldn't. If someone wants to confirm that, but I'm pretty sure they do. Trying to play catch up. PCT says, you'd love to see an exotic weapon or gear piece that increases crit hit chance limit to 80%. See, here's the thing. So that's a really good point. It's well, not a good, but it's a good. It's something to talk about, because what happens is this: when you have certain items in the game that are completely OP, like ridiculously powerful, they're going to wind up nerfing them at one point. It's going to happen. And the example I can use is when this game first came out, there was a damage to elites mod or attribute you can find on a mask. And I found one, I think, that had 30% damage to elites. And you were just killing elites, like ripping through them. They pulled that out entirely because it was just too strong. So that's kind of why we're not going to see anything that... I mean, to be honest with you, with the Hunter's Fury gear set, when they first were doing that in the PTS, we were testing it out. I was like, dude, there's no way they're going to keep this the way it is. And they didn't. It's awesome, and it's so much fun. I think they have to limit the type of items they have like that in the game. I'd love to see an item like that for every type of build. But again, you know, when you get 80%, everyone's just going to run one type of build because there won't be a point to running anything else. You know, we have these meta builds in the game anyway. But what I'm looking forward to is with this new expertise system, with certain things happening in the game, we should ideally see so much, you know, build diversification, because you're going to be able to really target the type of builds you like, you know. Mr. Dana Spear, well, first of all, hello, Jerry. Good morning, good morning. Trying to find Lady Death. Jerry, shoot me a message. I want to do, starting next week, I want to help people find certain exotics. Lady Death, Scorpio, Memento, things like that. Shoot me a message on Twitter if you follow me, and we'll figure something out. And again, guys, I'm going to be doing this more and more often, so try to help out as many people as I can. Yeah, of course. Okay, you've been sending many of do your war. Okay, thank you so much. Mr. Dana Spear has been sending. He's been sending many of his Division 2 clan members your way for guidance with the game. I appreciate that. It means a lot. Jeff is asking, hello, Sergeant Graybeard. Have you heard anything more on getting raid loot into the general loot pool? Nope, not a thing. Nothing whatsoever. And I don't know if that's going to be something that will happen. It may not. I have no idea. We will see what happens. But at this point, and it's something I've said. What's up, David? Good to see you as well. Happy you are here. What I've said is this in regards to raid exclusives in the general loot pool. You know, for me, it's all about they need to have raids, or excuse me, exotics locked behind the raid. Otherwise, no one's going to do the raid. If they put the exotics that are now in the raid in the general loot pool, in my opinion, they have to replace them with something else. They need to make sure they have that. Camry, you say you like to go guns blazing? Put together a Hunter's Fury build. 4 pieces Hunter's Fury, the Memento backpack if you have it, and a Sokolov chest piece, or Sokolov, or 2 pieces of Sokolov. So let's just say Hunter's Fury mask, holster, knee pads, and gloves. And on the chest or bag, you have 1 piece Sokolov with a talent like Intimidate, and you have the Memento backpack, or you have another piece of Sokolov with a talent Adrenaline Rush on it. That is going to be a great build to start with. Going to try to catch up now, guys. Let's see if we can get to the bottom. I love all these questions. You guys are awesome. Is it, I want to say Demond. I don't know if it is. Mr. Walker. Just going to refer to you as Mr. Walker. How do you get the Nemesis? It is a grind, my friend. It is locked behind. I wanted to put a video together. I haven't been able to as yet. Honestly, YouTube that thing. I think everything is still prevalent. It's locked behind strongholds and just a bunch. It's a grind, but it is worth it because it's such a monster of a weapon. Now, the good thing is this. Let's say if next week I'm doing farming for exotic sniper rifles, and I'm like, hey, Walker, let's roll. And you just, join me, and we start farming. And let's say because I have the Nemesis, it can drop for me in the general loot pool. So another thing that can happen, I could be farming, 1 drops for me, I can then give it to you, and then you're good to go. You know what I'm saying? So that's another way you can get it. So hopefully I'll be able to help you out with that. Otherwise, it is a grind, but again, the thing's a monster. It's definitely worth it. Yeah, there's a ton of Destroyer was saying this game already has mega build diversity. Just wait until they do the changes to specialization. Very, 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 very true. There's going to be so many different things you're going to be able to do, guys. Sele switch from mobile phone to PC to watch a stream. Well, thank you for joining again. And really quick, guys, if you are now just joining, do me a favor, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit that sub button as well. We've got 67 viewers. We have 46 likes. I want to see those likes climb. The goal was to hit 100 likes. A little bit slower this morning. It is a 4-day weekend. I kind of expected the stream to be a little bit slower than normal. Don't care. Doesn't matter. But do me a favor, hit the like button. It really does help you out. Camry wants to know, how do you get god rolls? Farm, 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 and farm. That's it. You just keep farming till they drop. I would say your chances are best on heroic or higher. Heroic's kind of my sweet spot in the game. It's where I can get through it pretty quickly. I've found some of the best gear in the game on heroic. You can also get god rolls on challenging as well, but again, heroic would be the good spot. Lawrence Wheatley. Got to floor 10 of the summit, changed to legendary. First NPC drop the Memento backpack. That is sick. That is so awesome. There's nothing better in this game. Give me a thumbs up on times where you go in and say, okay, I'm going to grind for stuff. I'm going to get this stuff done. Here we go. I'm all amped up. And then boom, it just drops right away. That's just awesome. That's just awesome. TrueTube says, just ran a legendary in District Union. God rolls are still a dime a dozen, 2022. Yeah, I know, and that's the thing, is that if you're able to do that stuff, it definitely is. What I recommend doing is if you're going to join legendary, put together a skill build or a tank build, sit towards the back, and just pray the other 3 players know what they're doing, and they're going to guide you through it. They're going to guide you through that thing. But it is definitely worth it. Tristan is saying it's a long quest line to get the Nemesis, but in short, you need to get a gun towards the end of the Tidal Basin mission with, yeah, there's a lot of different stuff. I would say just look it up. They'll walk you through it. A bunch of different videos there talking about it. Press X to start says you can hear me fine, but you had to turn it up louder than you normally do. Hello, Graybird. Hello, Save a Soul. Salve a Soul, sorry. I'm trying to see if I can somehow play catch up with this thing. JD was asking, skill kills do proc armor on kill. Thank you for that clarification. I thought it did, but I just wanted to make sure of it. Keep scrolling down. I think I'm caught up. Again, guys, if I did miss your question, I do apologize. Really quick, do me a favor. If you're just joining, hit that like button, hit that sub button. We're at 72 viewers right now. We're at 53 likes. Let's go. Try to get to 100 likes within 10 minutes. Can we do it? Absolutely not. But we can dream. Can't we? Isn't that what this is about? Drew Rivera. Is the Backfire SMG part of the general loot pool? Yes, it is. So it was a guaranteed loot drop from one of the previous seasons. However, it is now in the general loot pool. The only SMG that is not in the general loot pool is, as far as exotics go, is the Chatterbox. Now, the Chatterbox has to be crafted. If you do not have it as yet, I put out a video on how to get it. I don't know. I want to say like 4 months ago, stuff like that, but it's still the exact same way it has to be crafted. Now, the good thing, Drew, let's say next week, you know, someone had mentioned, I forgot who it was talking about, I see you, Jermaine, that's awesome. Crit hit chance is at, what, 58%? David, good to see you. Baby calling. Hope you can catch me later, too. Thank you so much. Really, hang on. Sorry, guys. Just trying to play again, catch up. Where was I? What was I just saying? I don't even remember now. Oh, well, I'll get there. Give me a second. Oh, the Backfire. We were talking about SMGs, exotics. Backfire is not a guaranteed job. Backfire is in the general loot pool. The only one that isn't is the Chatterbox. But the good thing is, let's say if we're farming for submachine guns, right? SMGs. And since I have the Chatterbox, it can drop for me. Now, if it drops for me, I can then give it to you if we're in a group. So we're going to be doing a lot of farming together, guys. SMGs seem to be super popular. That will be probably the first live stream I do with actual subs and members where we're farming for SMGs, because a lot of people are looking for good ones. Jonathan, hello, my friend. Good to see you. Crazy Train, what's going on? Crazy Train says, all exotics should be available during global events, giving players a limited chance to get them. So here's the thing. Here's how I feel about the exotics in this game. I'm okay with exotics being in the loot pool or being on a quest line. You know what I mean? Like, quest line, I'm okay with. Loot pool, again, you need to keep raid exclusive items in the game. I know that it may be something that, you know, a lot of people disagree with, and I get that. And if I went back 6 months, I would have felt the same way. But then I actually joined a Discord group, you know, did a raid, and it was absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome, you know, and it's so much fun to do. And again, I understand why people want to see them in the general loot pool. I get that. And like I said a few times in the stream, I'm all about them releasing them to the general loot pool as long as they put something else in its place. Let me see real quick. What's going on, Thomas? Sorry I'm late. Never late, buddy. You're here. I've got another at least hour. No, geez. Probably like a few hours left. So we got time, people. We're just getting this one going. It's a slower moving morning just because it's a Friday, 4-day weekend. A lot of people aren't really, you know, I kind of expected it to be a little bit slower this morning. But again, we're at 72 viewers, 59 likes. Guys, as I said, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that sub button. It really does mean a lot. I got the goodness coming in with a super chat. Thank you so much. Question is, any ETA when they will fix the audio issue? Which audio issue are you referring to? And I hate that's the question I ask, but there are a lot of audio issues across a lot of different platforms. So do me a favor, goodness. Let me know what you're referring to, what platform you're on, and I'll see what I can find out. What was Aubrey saying? I see you said you like playing on challenging. Okay, so Sergeant Greatbird, I've been trying to get the Bighorn on the Summit forever. Is it worth using, or does it have too much recoil in semi-auto? It's so funny you said that, Aubrey, because I'm going to, later I'm going to tweet a picture. I was trying to put together a legendary Bighorn build, and I just kept getting slaughtered. I'm getting close to it, but like, it was funny. It's one of the pictures where, you know, when you die in this game and you die so fast, but your weapon is floating. So you see me dead on the ground and my bighorn is just flying, just levitating right above me like an angel. It's like, I'm not dead. You need to work on your stuff. I'm fine. It does kick like a mule, but once you learn how to properly use the weapon, it's a monster. You want to stack weapon handling. You start aiming at the chest, and gradually it's going to kind of kick back. The other thing is this. When you're in close proximity to NPCs, you do not need to worry about that recoil. You know what I'm saying? So it is definitely worth the grind. It is a weapon to get used to. Honestly, someone asked earlier, is there a talent I'd like to see change, or is there an exotic I'd like to see improved upon? Bighorn would be it, without a doubt. Too much of a grind, and while it is a powerful weapon, in my opinion, the Eagle Bearer it blows that one away. You know what I'm saying? So that's something I would like to see improved, but it is worth your grind, without a doubt. Again, thank you so much, Goodness, for the super chat. Appreciate it. Let's see what we got. Yeah, Mr. Walker is saying the chameleon is one weapon that they need to do a bar for a total upgrade. Yeah, I do like it. I would like to see a few tweaks to that too. There are aspects I like, aspects I don't, but yeah. PCT 2022 says, allow vendors to sell exotics and charge outrageous prices for them. By the time most people have the money to get them, they'll probably put in the time and probably found them naturally. It's a very good point. But again, those quest lines, it's so good. Like it's such a great way to keep people coming back. And I'm telling you right now, two things. If the game were to right now, let's say tomorrow or Tuesday, if the game were to, all of a sudden decide, hey, you know what? We're going to add the Eagle Bearer to the general loot pool. You know how many people would come back to the game? Like, it'd be out of control insane. It'd be absolutely nuts. You know what I'm saying? So if that happened, it'd be great. Or if they, added more legendary missions, things like that. So again, the game we're right on the cusp. And we've been waiting for a while, and I get that. But I'd much rather they take their time and get it right. And again, people, the game is dead. The game is not even close to being dead. There's just nothing to do right now for players who have been here. And we're here because we love the game, and I love that. But once people actually see what is being, and look, I'm not privy to any information. I've signed up for the play test. I've never been picked. Just from what I've been hearing from people who've been doing the play tests, what they see, it just looks absolutely amazing. And I think a lot of people are going to be happy. Let's see what we have. The Eagle Bearer is just a really, really good weapon, Aubrey. Just the talent. I can't even think of the name of the talent right now. Just totally off my mind. But anyway, the point is, it's just overall for the grind that you go through, it's a weapon you're going to use either close range, far range, this and that. It's just a smooth weapon. It's just really, really good. PCT coming in with the super chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Guys, if you're just joining, hit that like button, hit that sub button. We are at 76 viewers, 63 likes. I'd love to see that like number keep climbing. The goal is to get to at least 100 likes before the end of the stream. Actually, the goal is to get it, before the first hour. But unless somehow in 1 minute and 40 seconds we get, 47 likes. Not too worried about it. But again, I appreciate all of you so much for being here. We're starting into a 4-day weekend. Looking forward to it. Those of you that were asking really quick why I didn't do Horizon Zero Dawn, it launched for me at 9 p.m. last night. I played for 3 hours. I just got to the title screen or the title sequence in 3 hours. The game is immense. Starting next week, I will be streaming that as well as this, so do not worry. Trying to play catch up with the chat, my friends. I got the goodness saying on Xbox X, you get no sound. It's dead silent. Just hear your shots. So what I would recommend doing is this: completely exit out of the game. On Xbox, hit the home button, go over the division, press the start button, and it'll say quit. Make sure you quit and then reload. Tell me if that works or not. If not, I will pass a message along and see what I can find out. I'll see what I can find out. Gavin, hello, good morning, asks, is there a cap to the shade level? No, there isn't. I've seen some people at like shade level like 20,000, like some silly, silly shit. Like I don't know how that's possible. I mean, it is possible, obviously. You know, in theory, I'm at shade level what, 22, 25. If I'd always been running, you know, 4 directives, I would be in the 4,000s. But that's a lot. That's a lot of cheesing too. I think I don't know how you can get there, but that's a lot. But yes, there is no cap whatsoever. All you're gaining once you get past shade level 1,000 is all you're gaining of those scavenging points, which do come in handy in regards to recalibration and stuff like that. And other than that, as far as your stats go, again, once you're past shade level 1,000, you are completely maxed as far as, you know, those bonuses. Brian Massey coming in with a super chat. Brian, thank you. I appreciate you, brother. That really, really means a lot. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Do that. You guys are awesome. I've said this before. This community to me is one of the best communities I've you know, probably the first community I've ever really been a part of. You know, I started this channel based around this game. You guys have helped this channel grow. The Division community. The channel is less than 2 years old, and I think when I started the stream, can someone go to my channel? Oh no, you won't be able to see the numbers, and I can't check right now either because I'm live. We started the stream at 24,734 subs. Guys, the channel isn't even 2 years old yet. You've done this. My goal is to hit 1,000 subs within a year and of starting. So again, I thank you all so much. Brian, it's so kind of you. Thank you. Really means a lot, guys. Really, really does. Just your support. It's not about the you know, yes, obviously super chat is great, and you know, stickers are great, and joining is great, but your being here, are talking about the game, just know how much I appreciate you. Really, really do. Says no cap. Good evening, Sneak. How are you? Where are you? Guys, do me a favor. Let me know where you're watching around the world. I love knowing that, whether you're in the States, East Coast, West Coast, other places. What's up? I'm just gonna call you Neo. It's Nyotengu, right? I hate when I butcher names. I hope I didn't. I'm just going to call you Neo. What's up, Neo? From now on, here you are Neo. Aubrey asks, what's going on, Mean71? Good to see you. I'm good. Hello, Zamy guy. Good to see you as well. So, question is, why can't all exotics be added to the general loot pool instead of being locked behind raids? It just makes that content relevant. So really quick, we're trying to play catch up. We've got someone in Wisconsin, New Hampshire, another Wisconsin, Belgium. Hello, unknown dude from Belgium. That's so cool. Rainy old England. England here as well. This for me is so awesome. Montreal, Canada. It's just so cool. I'm such a big kid when it comes to this stuff. Netherlands. These are all places I want to visit that I haven't gone to as yet. Last trip I took was to Italy for like 2 weeks, and it was absolutely amazing. Germany, Pennsylvania. Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you guys all. Thank you so much for taking the time being here. Any other questions you have, let me know, guys. We're here for probably another hour and a half, 2 hours, so we've got stuff. Drew Rivera, SoCal. I lived in Studio City for a minute. Not for a minute. I lived there for like 5 years for work. And then in downtown LA, the old bank district. 4th and Main. Right when they renovated it. Love it down there. Love SoCal. We have Seattle, Virginia. So awesome, guys. Thank you so much for doing it. Vid Girl, how are you? Hello in Detroit. I am good. How are you? It's good to see you here. It's been a minute. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you being here. Ireland, Ontario, Canada, Germany. Okay, so AK in Germany. Hello. King, you're in oh my gosh, is that Michigan? Minnesota? Missouri? What's MI? I can't think of it. Am I missing a state? Oh, dear Lord. Anyway, AK from Germany says, do you enjoy Season 8? I absolutely love Season 8. I'll tell you what, right now, I really, really am enjoying it. Now, I've heard from so many people the loot has been really, really good. This happens to be a great reward track as well. Not the Nemesis, that would be great. But you have the Mantis, you've got the Vial, You've got the Chain Killer body armor. You've got the Harmony rifle, which is an absolute monster for skill builds. I cannot stress that enough. That's kind of what I'm focusing in right now in the season, are those skill kills just for the league. And remember, guys, for those of you playing the league, let's say there are a few things in the league you can't get done. You know, you can get through all the hard missions. You can get, I think there are 3 of those, and you can do the skill kills or whatever. The league resets next week. It goes on for 2 weeks. However, your progression continues. So let's say if you're at tier 5 of the league, or 4, you see everything reset next week, you can redo a few of those things and you'll still gain that progression. So don't worry about that. Michigan. Damn it, King. Okay, so I was right. Yeah, I think I said Michigan first. North Carolina. Love it. Everyone's like in the same spot. Sele says our utility bills have gone up 65%, and this hasn't been helped by playing the Division 2. Yeah, I'll tell you what. I made that mistake once of, I had a space heater. My office will get really warm or really cold sometimes. I don't know why. And I made this mistake one year of doing a space heater in the office, and oh my Lord, the bill, I swear to you, went from like, I'm making up a number, it was like $150 a month to like $400 in 1 month's time, because I had a space heater on like 5 hours a day, and it just melted everything. Greg Film Stuff. Hey, thank you. Dropping the super chat. Appreciate it. Greg's question is, just got the Diamondback. Is it really worth it? Yes, 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 and yes. So I haven't even finished your question. And Greg, I literally yesterday put out a Diamondback build. One of my favorites in the game. Tippity tap, 1 tap and everything. It is sick. Okay. Anyway, Greg says, just got the Diamondback. Is it really worth it? The answer is yes. I have the Chameleon, Scorpio, and Capacitor. Which exotic gun should you target next? Well, it depends. If you're doing the raids, target the Eagle Bear. As far as the other exotics go, those are pretty much my go-to weapons. I really like the Mantis for a sniper build. It's absolutely awesome. Because it is a guaranteed drop in the seasonal reward track, I would recommend doing that, because it's awesome. Onofre is in Portugal. Manuel is in Santiago, Chile. Oh, this is so cool. You guys are awesome. Destroyer says, for some reason I want to go to Ottawa and hang out with truckers. Hey man, do what you got to do. I love it. Thank you, Lion King. You are a master magician. Lion King just put a link to my Diamondback build from yesterday. If you're so inclined, you can click that later or click now, whatever you guys want to do. It's all good. It's all good. Really quick, if you're just joining the stream, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that sub button. If you want to become a member, there's a link at the top of the chat right now. Trucking along. We're just getting going. About an hour in, and now people are just starting to really show up. Appreciate you all so much taking time on a Friday morning, or at least it's morning for me, wherever you are in the world. We were just talking about, we've got people from Chile and just everywhere, just hanging out, talking about this amazing game we love, which I love. So Jonathan asks, oh, AK, you love the Season 2. Can't wait to get the sniper rifle. Yeah, it's worth it. It's such a fun rifle. It's such a fun rifle. Go check out, I did a build as well for the Mantis. I want to say it was like a few months back. Dude, it's awesome. And you can still 1 tap with like the Diamondback. I know I was talking to someone about that a second ago. But the Mantis, it's awesome. You use the, what's it called, decoy with it. Ugh, it's just lights out, dude. It's lights out, especially solo or in a group. For me, I'm more of like a sniper build person when I'm in a group, unless I'm hunting named enemies around the map. But yeah, it's just a monster. Sergeant asks, do you think rogue agents should get their own named weapons gear or exotic weapons gear that are exclusive to the rogue agents? Jonathan, I do think that 1,000%. So here's my thing. I think with this game, you know, the first game was unlike any other game any of us have played. And I'm assuming most of us who are playing this game played the first game, you know? And there were certain things you could do in the world in the first game that aren't here in the second game. For instance, you know, I was talking about named bosses. In the first game, you could farm them. I think they were on a 24-hour timer. But you could farm one after the other, after the other, after the other. Just cruise around the map farming named bosses all day long if you wanted. Getting some pretty sick stuff. And, you know, you had, I think, a few exotics, not exotics or named items. I can't remember. The point is this. In this game, you can farm for a named boss in the open world every 30 minutes. If they were to add something like, you know, a certain named boss trying to, dropping a certain named weapon, dude, I'd be on the hunt all day. Those changes like that would bring so many people back to the game. No idea if something like that's going to happen, but honestly, I would love it if it did. Rob is saying the exotic that you use most outside of the ones you mentioned is a Liberty. Yeah, you know what, honestly? So, love the Liberty weapon, love the Liberty handgun. That's also a quest item, but you get that right out of the gate with this game, right? I think it's if you're just starting off, I think it's once you've done the capital building, you get a component, you get something. I think it's pretty straightforward when you play the game. You can pick that up right out of the gate. But putting that aside, I use my Liberty for my Foundry build, my tank build. Love the thing so much. Absolutely love the thing. It's just a monster. I can't wait to get the Regulus. I do have a few more things I need to do before I pick that up. I have one more, what's it called? One more, or I have to complete that, what's it called? Track. Greetings from Nicaragua. Hello, hello. Good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate that. Aubrey, I like the Diamondback. I just wish it had more than 5 shots and wasn't on trigger pull. So, with the Diamondback, I strongly recommend, there's another weapon that is guaranteed during this reward track, and that is the Chain Killer. Now, the Talent Chain Killer is already here, but the Chain Killer chest piece, I'm drawing a blank on it. No, the Chain Killer, hang on. The Chain Killer chest piece has the Talent Perfect Headhunter. Now, the Talent Headhunter can be found anywhere, and it's not a huge difference between the two. But when the Talent Headhunter is procced, you're one-tapping everything. The only thing that does suck is, yes, there are only 5 shots, you have to reload, but once you learn the weapon and get the timing, it is a lot of fun to use. That's another one I use in a group as well, mostly. What else do we have here? Yeah, so what's great, too, is the Diamondback will automatically target the head. Yeah, which is awesome. And by the way, so that Diamondback randomly marks enemies. If you don't like the enemy that's marked, take a few shots, hit reload, it will randomly mark another enemy. So anytime you kill an NPC or you reload, it marks a different enemy. So you can keep an eye on that. Headhunter talent. Yeah, I couldn't think of it. In my head, I was just like, chain killer, chain killer, chain killer. No, Headhunter. And I think that the difference between Headhunter and Perfect Headhunter, all the stats are the same except, well, you can see right here, that's perfect timing. With Perfect Headhunter, you're getting a 150% weapon damage bonus after a headshot. With regular Headhunter, it's 125. Either of them are going to one-tap any NPC, yellow bar, full armor, because I think those enemies with headshots, depending if they have a helmet or not, are sitting at about 9.8 million. So when you go to the shooting range and you get this thing done right, you're going to see that 9.8. It's going to max at 9.8 something. And that is because that's as high as that damage gets. That's as high as their HPR is. You know what I'm saying? Wolfpack Gaming, good to see you. Hello, hello, hello. Do I have any plans on playing a hardcore character? The answer is yes. I talked about this a little bit earlier in the stream. I'm on my 3rd hardcore character right now. Now, the first 2 I lost because of Delta errors. The first one, I got a Delta error at and I don't mean shade level 8. I was at level 8 in the game, got a Delta error, came back, logged back in, my character was dead. End of story. It's like, you died, and that's it. Straight up Mortal Kombat. Whatever. It's over. Decide to play again. I'm playing. I get to level 28, I think. Another Delta error. Log out. No, I didn't log out. I got kicked out, came back. Character was dead. So pissed off. I have a 3rd one going now. Now, I am going to start playing that character next week. I think I'm at level 8 or 5 or who knows what. I just started with the character. But what I'm going to do is I'm only going to play in small increments, like an hour, and then exit out. And then an hour, and then exit out. Because I'm so worried about Delta errors and having to start over again. Yeah, Aubrey, it was funny. I forgot I was talking about something earlier via, I think it was on one of the messages on the video itself that I put out. 10 shots would be insane for that weapon. You know what I mean? Absolutely insane. But again, then it would make it one of those weapons where it's like, why use any other rifle in the game? You know, if we go back to when the game came out, really, really popular rifle was Baker's Dozen. Because when you get a shot missed, it comes back. So you're really never having to reload that weapon, which is great. However, it didn't have a weapon damage bonus. So for me, I love using that classic M1A with the talent boomerang, because you miss that shot, it has a chance of returning back to the rifle and giving you a weapon damage bonus as well. So I like that there are those variations. Hey, Sergeant. DJ Sammy, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. He says, hey, Sergeant, what exotic weapon you never use but have? Okay, let me take a sip of tea for that. My voice is starting to fade a little bit. I was up late playing Horizon Forbidden West. And by the way, to all of you wondering, yes, I'm going to be streaming that next week as well. Do not worry. I could not get together content in time. That was not going to be a spoiler. And I don't want to do that at the channel for those of you that haven't played it or maybe playing it soon. But yeah, anyway, let me take some tea and I'm going to answer that question. Out of my baby Grogu mug. I don't use the... What don't I use? I don't use a lullaby. I don't use the... gosh, what's that other one? There's the... What are those two exotic rifle guys? I'm drawing a blank here. I can't think of the rifle where it does the double shot. But I don't use that, which I need to. But yeah, I use that often. The Merciless, excuse me. I couldn't think of it. Point is this. Don't really use the lullaby. Never really touch that weapon. Just for some reason. I just don't use it. That's a weapon where I'd love to see it change a little bit. I'm a fan of the shotgun, but to be honest with you, I can't see anything holding a candle to the Scorpio, in my opinion. Jerry asks, when do you think Division 3 will be out? Jerry, I think if and when it comes out, we are years away. Realistically, what year are we in right now? 2022? Say maybe if we're lucky, 2024. Maybe. But again, who knows? They could be like, hey guys, guess what? This is a build up to the Division 3 and it's coming out in March of 2023. I don't know. I've stopped trying to guess. Do I think there's going to be one? Yes, I do. I think they've put so much money and effort into this franchise. The fact that they're branching out. Remember, Division Heartland is a standalone game. That is not the Division 2's new content. That is something totally different. I think they will do one, but as far as when, I have no idea. Rob, you definitely want to start doing raids. And actually, to that point, a few sentences down. And King, if you can put... I'm not sure. I'm sure most of you already. If you haven't, you need to subscribe to GC Rock. The guy puts out amazing content. Now, recently, and over the I don't know how recent, 5 months, 6 months, whatever it's been, but for a while, he's been doing raid carries, and he's known for that. However, he puts out some amazing videos as well. I think he was doing a Destiny video this morning. He does, he just does a bunch of stuff at his channel. However, one thing he is known for are the raid carries. Has a huge Discord server with people wanting to help out, help you get all the exotics in the raids. They hand them out like candy. It's awesome. Go to his channel, go to his Discord server, join up, tell them Graybeard sent you, and yeah, it's all about supporting each other here. And he does, honestly, it helps out so many people. There were a few people the other day in chat were saying, hey, you know what? I did it. I joined his Discord. They weren't in a group with GC, but there are other people in his Discord who are like, hey, we're doing a raid run. And the most important thing, let them know you have no experience. They're going to tell you what build to put together, what to do, how to do it, all that stuff. When I first did my raid with Kamikaze Von Doom, we were in a group. We were in a group. And really quick, Varkin, thank you. Merciless and Ruthless. Couldn't think of the Ruthless. That was the one that was killing me. But anyway, going back to GC Rock, he does those raid carries, helps out so much. When I did a run with Kamikaze Von Doom, I said to him beforehand, I'm like, hey man, I know nothing whatsoever. And he's like, okay, put this build together, stand here, shoot the people who come out of the door. I'm like, okay, I can do that. And all of a sudden we run the raid in like 40 minutes, if that. And then we do Iron Horse. And it was like, oh my God, this is insane. Like I was totally blown away because it was in a group of dedicated people who knew what they were doing. Yes, I was a rookie in there, but they told me exactly what to do and how to do it, which was awesome. Which was absolutely awesome. And I appreciate it. You know what I mean? Like, that to me is what it's about, you know? So yeah, it's good stuff, people. It's definitely good stuff. I'm excited about it. You know, there's a lot to look forward to in the future, in everything that's going on. And for me, and you've heard me say this 1,000 times over, it is truly about the community and content creators. I try to do this. You know, we work together. You know, GC, Von Doom, Skills, Rogue Gold, Buzz, just all these names, Markable. You know, there's a type of creator for everyone, and when everyone's actually working together, to me, it's my favorite thing. Lion King saying, Vid Girl, you still need Regulus. I need my Regulus. I need that. I still need that. I think I still have, I have a few more things to do with that for sure. Def Destroyer says, yeah, see, Vid Girl. GC Rock is awesome. Got both of the raid items with him. He's great. And you guys, that's what this channel's about. Look, I will never, ever, ever lead you in the wrong direction. I'm not going to say, yeah, come to me for PvP questions. I'm the best. Guess what? I suck. I don't care about saying that. I only suck because I don't play it. And maybe if I did play it, it'd still be awful. But whatever. Who cares? GC Rock. Man for the raids. I'm telling you. Don't buy them, people. Don't buy those. That's a whole nother. I don't want to get into that topic. Forget I said that. But again, yeah, a lot of people out there want to help. Let's see what else we got. Think they should add the stop, drop, and roll talent back. I forgot about that. Oh, man. Yeah, there's another one, Means. Talking about the Imperial Dynasty. That is one weapon where it's like, or excuse me, exotic. Don't like the talent. I'd run with it, but I'm like, meh, it's not really worth it to me. I'm not big on talents like that. Someone asked about holstered talents. Not really big on that. Don't use handguns that often. And keep in mind, they can be incredibly efficient with certain types of builds. For me, I typically switch, you know, I like having my main, the primary, secondary, stuff like that. What's up, Lieutenant? Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a minute. Good to see you, buddy. What's up, Lieutenant Graybeard? Hello, Guy Jordan. What's going on? How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Vid Girl. The Regulus is a beast of a handgun. It is a revolver. It is a monster. It is apparently the best. I mean, I think I have one more step in the game to actually pick it up. I think I need to do the Iron Horse one more time, and I should get all the different components. I've already done part of the, you know, project and all of that. So I think I'm at the final stage, but it is probably by far, everyone says it's the best handgun in the game without a doubt. It's like the eagle bearer of handguns. Gavin asks, what shade level should you be for a raid? Gavin, it doesn't matter. And I sincerely mean that. Your build will matter. They'll let you know what you need to do. Let them know what's going on, what kind of build you can put together, and they'll walk you through it. Do not worry about your shade level. And the reason I can say that is I know people that were at shade level like 10 or 15, and they were able to get the Eagle Bearer right out of the gate. Now, again, that's luck. You know, that's also obviously going in group where other people aren't looking for it. And, you know, they try to pass them out as they can. But don't worry about shade level. As long as you're level 40, you've got some sort of an end game type of build, they're going to tell you what to do. Kind of, you know what I'm saying? What to do, how to do it, how to put it together, things like that. So do not worry about the shade level at all. See, right there, King said shade level does not matter at all. Lieutenant Graybeard, can you join your PC clan? I do not have a clan on PC, nor do I plan on having one, to be honest with you. I don't touch the character. The only reason I bought this game on PC was so I could do the PTS when there's a private test server. It's the only reason I have a PC for that. You know, I do play the game sometimes here and there, but not enough to have an active clan. I've got to redo the PlayStation one, which I'm going to do. I'm going to redo the Xbox one, but I will keep you guys posted next Friday on those details. Geraldine, just did the raid twice, didn't get the Eagle Bearer at all. Yeah, it's tough. Sometimes you don't. And I'll tell you one story, and it's great. So I talked about, did the raid once, didn't get it. Second time, didn't get it. Third time, we're doing the raid, and I was lucky enough, again, Kamikaze Von Doom put one together. I was in it. Rogue Gold was in it as well, and he comes to play in this story. So there are some times when you're running the raid where You go to open up the cache at the end and you can't open it. Now you have the keys you need to collect. And again, if people don't know the raid, you have to collect keys along the way. They will tell you what to do and how to do it and all this stuff. But the point is this. I go to open the cache and I can't, which means I need to fast travel back to the base of operations. So I have to not leave the raid. I have to leave the raid area, then come back to the raid area. The problem is this. When I left the raid area, Rogue Gold had opened up the cache and he actually got an Eagle Bear. But because I was in transition from the raid area to the base of operations and then back, I wasn't physically in the raid, quote unquote, when he opened it. So he tried to share it with me and he's like, dude, there it is. I'm like, there, what is? I couldn't get it. So it was funny. So I actually got it, but I couldn't pick it up. It didn't show up on my screen. So everyone in there is like, dude, it's right in front of you. I'm like, no, it's not. And it's because I'd left the raid area. So if that happens to you, make sure people know, if you have to travel back and forth, don't have anyone open it until everyone's there, my friends. It was hilarious. It was good stuff. And then I got it, I think, 1 or 2 runs later. And I think Von Doom was actually the one who did get it. But sometimes I know people that get it the first time. I know people that have tried 30, 40 times that haven't gotten it. It's all luck sometimes, my friends. It really, really is. Let me look at questions really quick. So as I was talking about earlier, while we're on the screen, this reward track is one of the best in the game right now. We talked about it. You have the Mantis at 55. You definitely want to pick that up. People were asking, is it worth just ripping through the season to get through these items? Now, it depends how you want to play the game. You have the Harmony at 80, which again is a total monster of a weapon. Great for skill builds. It has the talent perfectly in sync. Then as we scroll towards the end, you're going to see the Vile Mask as well. I think I scroll over for that, or maybe not in this run. But anyway, point is this. Play how you want to play. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. It does not matter if you want to speed farm. I know people who, I think Lion King was saying he actually got through the season the first day. That's awesome. I think I've just took out Termite yesterday. You'll see later in this footage I take out Termite and I'm like, man, I'm good for now. I think I'm at seasonal level 30 maybe. Man, I'm in no rush. Just because I have all the stuff that's there, so I'm not really rushing to do it. I want to enjoy it. We're going to live stream. Next week, guys, there are going to be tons of live streams, farming stars, things like that. We're going to be live streaming this game. I'm also going to be doing Horizons Forbidden West, for those of you that were asking. But in regards to this, we're going to be showing, look, next week we have the Hollywood Global Event. That is not a popular global event. However, I'm going to be showing you some live footage. We'll be doing a live stream instead of this live chat. And I'll show you farming methods to earn that XP, gain those stars, buy just a ton of good shit. Named caches, legacy caches, exotic caches if you want. So many different ways to pick them up. Grady, hello. Good to see you. Good morning, good morning. I'm trying to play a little bit catch up. Can't get the Regulus. The D50 with headshot roll is just fine, absolutely. Or if you have the Liberty pistol, that is another great option as well. That sucks. Yeah, it did suck. But again, Geraldine, keep cracking. It is worth it. The weapon it's just a monster. And a lot of you are asking, why haven't I put a build together based around the Bighorn or the Eagle Bear? Just haven't as yet. I will. I definitely will. Geraldine asks if I have a Discord you can join. I do not, but if you scroll up a little bit, there is a link to GC Rock's Discord. He does raid carries all the time. Just one of the many things he does as his channel. You definitely want to join his Discord and check it out, and subscribe to his channel, obviously, because he's awesome. Totally has a community at heart. Really, really good dude. It's awesome. It's awesome. It's awesome. That's why I love this game so much. Okay, here we go. Yeah, Varkin says there's no need to rush through the season if you don't have the time. And not only that, even when look, I recommend jumping back into the game now to learn certain aspects of it before the major change comes. Reason being is, let's say you haven't played for a year. Realistically, in this game, nothing has changed in a year. There has been no major change. Let's say since the summit, right? So since the summit has come out, nothing has changed in this game. Pretty much is everything the same. However, if you go back further than that, you don't want to jump to this game with a lot of different changes where you're like, dude, I don't even know where to start, because it's going to be a bit overwhelming. You know what I'm saying? I'm having that problem with Destiny too. I'm jumping back into that game. I haven't played in a year and a half, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? right? So it's always good to jump into a game before the new content comes back. We know it's going to be realistically at least 3 months before that happens. Now's the time to jump back in. Okay, Mean says, hey Sarge, do you know if you finish a raid, can you run back and get commendations like destroying the Blueberry Bears? I like to, but I don't want to waste players' time during the actual raid. Where typically, so here's the thing, Means. If you go to, I don't know if you can go back. I don't think you can. I don't think you can. However, typically when you're in a dedicated group, like let's say if you want GC raids or, you know, and I would run with like Kamikaze Von Doom and some other players, there are people who will ask, hey, does anyone need the bear commendation? And they'll take out those bears as you're cruising along. Just say, yes, I do. And people will take out the bears for you. It's awesome. It really, really is. Steve-O is saying you wanted the mask at level 100, so you did resource convoys with 4 directives and hit level 100 the second day. Yeah, you can grind this thing out fast. I mean, one thing I recommend doing is, you know, you can hit control points, you can hit certain spots, just farm them nonstop. You know, add those directives on areas where you can be truly proficient with a build. So, you know, we're going to get into this next week, and let me try to play catch up as real quick on the chat. One thing you hear me talk about at the channel, you know, I love doing farming videos. I love doing how-to videos. I love all that stuff. I sincerely do. And one of the things you hear me talk about is for players who do not have a lot of time to play is being proficient with your gameplay. Sometimes, and I don't know if I show it on this footage, but I'll be showing it live next week. I'll let you guys know, of course. Sometimes in this game for certain players, let's say if you want to farm for XP during a season, it's better to drop the difficulty to a lower level, go from heroic to challenging, add some directives, and you're going to gain so much XP in a shorter amount of time. Hitting those territory controls, that's one of my favorite things. Hitting those control points, doing certain things. Because again, even though something on heroic may quote-unquote net you more XP, let's say it takes you 10 minutes to do a heroic mission with 3 directives, all right? I'm sorry, 10 minutes. Let's say it takes you, yeah, let's just say somehow you're like a total ninja master. You can get through, you know, you can get through Lincoln Memorial, 12 minutes, 3 directives. That's like 650,000 XP. However, in those 12 minutes, you could wind up doing 4 or 5 territory controls on challenging with 3 directives. That's going to net you over 1 million XP. And you don't have to worry about starting over or, you know, things getting sideways in a mission. So again, a lot of options. Let's see, we have Liberty, Liberty, Liberty. Oh, crap. Why'd you do that? Damn it. That's what I look and see. Now I have the Liberty, 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 Liberty. Thanks, man. Appreciate you, buddy. Thanks for doing that. We all have, who wrote that, the Liberty thing? Destroyer. Thank you for getting that stuck in my head. Appreciate you, brah. If you are just joining, guys, we are at 98 viewers. It's starting to kick in right now. We're at 90 likes. Do me a favor. Hit that like button. Hit that sub button as well. Closing in on that 25,000 sub mark. If you are so inclined, feel free to hit that join button at the top of the chat. I put a link there. Yeah, appreciate you here. Thank you guys for being there. 100 viewers right now. You guys are insane. Oh, I appreciate you so much. Appreciate you so much. This is absolutely awesome. All right, let's see here. Monsieur, good morning. Off topic, but do you have any questions regarding Destiny? Yeah, hit me up on Twitter. Like, it's kind of a hot mess when you're a new. I view myself in many ways as a new player to Destiny because it's been so long since I've played it. We'll wrap out without a doubt, man. Shoot me a message on Twitter. Like, I'm getting into it now. I'm trying to get my light level into the 1300s. I'm going to cover it for news and farming and stuff like that. But shoot, I just started Horizon Forbidden West last night. We've got Destiny coming out in what, the 3 days from now, 4 days from now. Next week we have Elden Ring. It's such a good game. It's such a good year for gaming, guys. This is the stuff we've been waiting for. And right here, favorite game of all time, The Division 2. We're going to have new content for this. We're going to have Heartland. We're going to have so much going on here, guys. I'm so thankful you are part of this family. I appreciate all of you so much. I hope you understand that. I'm sure you do, but thank you guys for taking the time and being here. Doing my best to get to your questions. If you're just joining, yeah, Doing my best. Just talking about the game, talking about your season, answering questions, talking about farming and exotics and the season and all that good stuff. Let's see. Yes. Varkin is saying Kamikaze Von Doom has a great video about beating Manning National Zoo time trial. I talked about that earlier. Definitely want to check out his video. I think it was from yesterday. It was a... Or, I mean, you go to the video to check out the specifics. 4-piece Hunter's Fury, 2 Sokolov. I think he had a Banshee Pulse. So that means he had the Gunner Specialization. I don't know what his other skill was, but watch his videos, man. He puts out some sick build videos, 1,000%. Let's see what we have here. Grateful enough to get the Bighorn, so at least you like that, but you hope... Yeah, you know what, honestly, the Eagle Bear Geraldine... Oh, real quick. What's up, V? I'm just going to see V. Hello to you. I'm doing well. How are you, my friend? Baby Grogu. Guess who's drinking right now, this moment, out of a... I say Baby Grogu. Out of a Grogu mug. It says, protect, attack, and take naps. Seriously, that's a great picture right there. That's perfect. Urton's here. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. I'm in the process, Geraldine, of putting together a Bighorn build. I tried to put one together yesterday for legendary content. Kept getting slaughtered. Haven't gotten the right combo down. Looked at different builds online, obviously, trying to make a certain variation of my own. Haven't gotten there yet. It's a very, very good weapon, but it takes time to really use it. And a lot of people, because it does take that time, don't really jump into learning the weapon. But in my opinion, it's one of the most underused weapons in the game when you pick it up. Scrolling down, yeah, Horizon looks beautiful. Sad, no PlayStation. Excuse me, I got a PlayStation 4 a few years back. I've always been Xbox just because, whatever. And when I got the PlayStation, what were the best games at the time? Well, it was God of War and Horizon, Zero Dawn. And those 3 games, The Division, God of War, and Horizon Zero Dawn, as far as new games, are 3 of my favorite games of all time. Like, absolutely amazing. Zero Dawn was beautiful. Forbidden West is absolutely insane. So again, we'll talk about that when we're actually playing it. But yeah, even if you get a PS4, I've heard it looks really, really good there. Salvasol, is Heartland going to play like the Division? Yes, and I don't know. So here's the thing. If we go back to, there was some leaked footage a while back from the closed Heartland test. Now understand, that's from over a year ago, and so many things change. So many things change. I think it looks like it's going to be a combination of the Division as far as the gameplay goes. And again, I'm guessing here. Going to be a combination of the Division, those mechanics, and also like Ghost Recon Breakpoint, Ghost Recon Wildlands, that kind of gameplay as well. They're going to be different mechanics, I think, where you can crouch and you can move. So again, it is not the Division. It's a different aspect of the universe, but I think it's going to play in a way a lot of people really, really enjoy it. Whoever is asking, is Bighorn is only available in Legendary Strongholds and in the Summit as well on Legendary. That's where I've gotten mine. I've never gotten a Bighorn from any content other than the Summit. Just never seen one drop, but I've heard a lot of people that, who really, really, really like, using the weapon. I have a lot of people who've gotten it from the Strongholds. Geraldine says she has, I'm not sure whom. I'm sorry, I don't know why I said he. Geraldine said they've played it. Can't say much. Good. Do not say anything about it here. I never want spoilers. I never want any of that crap at all. But yeah, that's awesome. I've signed up to try to play, but I'm never picked. What are you going to do? Who cares? I mean, like, the thing is, I think that's what's great. People have this misconception that it's like, oh, you only like the game because they give you a copy and you test them. But no, I don't. I don't get any of that stuff. I just got an email asking, trying to get in the next playtest. They're going on this week. They're going on next week. A lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, my friend. But good, yeah, please do not say anything. Thank you. Gerald, please do not say anything in regards to your gameplay of it. But just, the people I've talked to, thoroughly enjoying it. Guys, do me a favor if you're just joining. Welcome to the stream. We're at 98 likes. We should crack that 100 within the next minute, I think. If you have not as yet, do me a favor. Hit that like button. Hit that sub button. Probably going to keep going on for another hour or so until my voice gives out. We'll see what happens. Let's see. Wasn't sure. Didn't want to miss that if it was in season. No, it is. You're good there. Here we go. Beep beep beep. So here's a question, and I still haven't had a sip of my tea yet out of baby Grogu mug. As I like choke to death. One sec, guys. And we're back. Still with you. Oh, geez. Yeah. Tell you what. The dangers of live streaming. Almost choked to death from drinking tea. Wolfpack asks, do you want to play the Division style game the day before? The answer is yes. There's so much hype behind it. It looks so good. It looks so interesting. It looks just, all like PvP style stuff. And I think, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. But for me, I personally think that, in the first division, they really nailed it with separating PvE and PvP. And I love a game that has both aspects. However, there are some times, and I think I don't know if this is what they're leaning towards. There's a lot of speculation going on right now. But I got to tell you, there are some times when a game is split a certain way. Excuse me again. It just seems to work sometimes better. I don't know what direction the division is going. The Division 2 is going to move with PvP. We know Heartland is coming out. That is not the Division 2. That is something completely separate. I'm hoping that whenever they drop this new Division 2 content, they really do an overhaul on PvP, because I feel that, and I don't even play PvP. In my opinion, that's a part of the community that really got left behind. To answer your question, I am definitely going to try that game out without a doubt the day before. The way it looks, it just looks absolutely sick. I really hope it pans out to be what we're actually looking for with a game like that. Excuse me, everyone. Vic says, hello, Greybeard. Been watching you lately. Started playing the Division 2 again, and your content has been a good help. Thank you. Thank you, Vic. I really appreciate that. That means a lot to me. It really does. I think all of you know by now, my main goal at the channel was to create that toxic-free gaming environment where people work together, help each other out, and we've done just that. It is based on you, my YouTube family. I sincerely appreciate, all of you so much. So thank you. Thank you for helping me get there. Just cracked 100 likes. Thank you all so much. Appreciate it. Rusty says, Memento is what I'm after. I'm so sorry, guys. I'll be fine in a second, but I'm just a mess right now. Rusty, so many people are still looking for the bag. Now, for those of you that don't know, most of you probably do, but the Memento was a guaranteed drop in one of the previous seasons. Problem is, that season is done. There was a rerun where it happened again, but a lot of people have stepped away from this game for a while. You know what I'm saying? And so, that being said, just so you know, Rusty, the Memento is now in the general loot pool. So anywhere, the backpack is a targeted loot, you can have the Memento drop. Now, it's ideally you want to go after named enemies. I like, if the backpack is a targeted loot in the open world, I like to hit up control points. I like to go for named bosses, bounties, things like that. If it's behind a mission, for me, I would like to speed farm Lincoln Memorial, because on that mission, you're facing 4 named bosses, so it does give you a better chance of it dropping. However, it can drop from any NPC at any time in the game. One thing I'm going to be doing soon, we're going to start with Lady Death and exotic SMGs. Going to be doing live streams where I'm helping out subs and members grind for gear that you're looking for. So next, I'm going to do every Friday I do one of these live chats. Next week, I'm going to let you know information in regards to the clan. If you can get in the clan, great. If you can't, it doesn't matter. I'm still going to be working with subs and members and all that good stuff. So hopefully it can help you get that bag. The other thing is this. If you go into the summit and you join a group, tell people what you're looking for. Say, hey, I'm looking for the Memento. If you get one, can you drop it to me? And chances are the answer is going to be yes, unless they're in the same shoes as you are and they're looking for it too. But What I will do is, let's say if I just join a random group, I'll get on chat and say, hey, what's everyone looking for? And someone will say, I'm looking for the memento. I change my targeted loot to backpack to try to help out. And so many people do that in this game. Because I mean, there are certain things I'm farming for, pretty much mods right now and a few different ARs. I'm not really farming for that much, you know? So for me, if I'm joining a group, I want to help out. So many gamers are in that place. Let people know what you're looking for. I know, Salva, you're still waiting for your my merciless build. I will get there, I promise. It's such a crazy time. Like, it's just, I wish I had more hours in the day. I do. I really do. I'm considering taking, I'm pretty sure I'm actually, you know, news break right here. Take the next, like, 2 months off of work and just focus on the channel and gaming and different games and stuff like that. I think that can happen. I hope it can happen. I can cut my hours in a certain way where it's like, all right, I can work a few hours a day. I think I'm going to do that because there's too many games I want to cover, and I want to do it all. I really do. Bitter says, got your memento from a global event, exotic cash? Yes, so that's another thing too, is that when these global events come up, which start next week, and again, I will be live showing you how to really maximize your gameplay, gain a ton of stars in a short amount of time. You buy those exotic caches, there is a chance of it dropping as well, so you can do that. Weekly projects as well, VidGirl, thank you. Steve-O says, Sergeant, I enjoy how you make people feel welcome to your streams and really try to engage with them. Oh, shut up, man. I'm just kidding. Really try to engage with them and never belittle someone for asking a certain question. Your channel will thrive. Thank you so much. That really means a lot. Obviously, I was kidding with the shut up part. Just trying to be funny. Just trying to keep you on your toes, people. Yeah, that's really what it's about here. I've been really lucky with this channel. And I don't know, you know, I hear... I don't get a lot of negative comments. I don't get a lot of negative feedback at the channel. I don't get a lot of, you know, they stopped showing thumbs downs, you know, on videos. I can proudly say that I've had over 2 million views at my channel, and my approval rating at the channel is just under 98% for over 2 million views. Thumbs up compared to thumbs down. And I work really hard on that. You know, I don't want to do clickbait. I don't want to bullshit you. I don't want to ever lead you in the wrong direction. If I don't know an answer, I'm going to tell you that. And so that message really means a lot to me because that's really what I want to create here. So thank you so much. It really means a lot. Thank you. Yeah, you know what, Sultan? The community is chill. I'm all about that. All about that. You're trying to make one what? What are you trying to make, Salva? A channel? Clarify at the bottom if that's what you were saying. Vic Certified says, I've been trying to get the Angel Hunter mask and feels like I got a good build that will destroy me. So is the Angel one, is that year 2 or year 1? I still haven't gotten the year 2 masks. Vic, I may jump in with you and we may just do that on a stream. You know, try to take out the year 2 hunters. I know King was talking about it too. He could jump in on the group also because I think he's done those already as well. But yeah. I don't know. I don't know which year that is. I remember I had it was a pain of a time doing the year 1 hunter, but it's been a while, so my build is probably totally different. Jonathan says, Sergeant, there was a request by the division community for a mailbox system. The way it works is you get maxed out mod you were looking for, you can put it in the mailbox and send it to you. See, that'd be cool, but here's the thing. This is the problem with that. The problem with it is this. That will completely and totally, and this is why, you know, it goes back to why can't people in a clan share items? Well, the problem is you're going to have people starting clans so they can sell items. Mailbox system, same thing. So, like, you know, it's just like, and this is a whole nother discussion for another day, but it's like NFTs and things like that. It opens up a market for some shady people. So let's say a lot of you, hey, you're fans of Sergeant Greybeard, and look, it's a weapon that Sergeant Greybeard has. Well, I'll pay $50. I'll pay $75. No, dude, take it. Like, you know what I'm saying? But the problem is most people are going to use that to exploit a situation. So if there's a mailbox system, I could say to you, oh, hey, you know what, Vic? Or whoever, Jonathan, hey, check it out. Yeah, I have an extra Dark Winter SMG. I'll mailbox it to you. Do me a favor, PayPal me, Venmo me, whatever, $25, it's yours. And you're like, okay, that's where it comes into problem. You know what I'm saying? I like the idea, but it opens up so many doors that can really turn certain things toxic. We have people who just farm all day to sell stuff. And again, just my opinion, but you know, if there's a way of doing it, I would love to see it happen where that couldn't be exploited. You know what I'm saying? Merciless build. That's what you're trying to put together. Yeah, I need to work on that. I really do. I haven't. I will. It's on my list. I seriously keep a list right next to, like, you can hear my pen right here. I keep stuff written down. And it's like, oh, I look at it. I'm like, oh, shit, there's a lot of stuff to do. And I've been playing since day one, and there's still stuff to do. So, again, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, let's see where we are at. Beep, 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 burn. Oh, yeah, Vic certified. Turn your settings to normal if you haven't. I don't know if you have been hunting the hunters and you have it on a different difficulty. Normal, that's what I did. Normal drops the mask. I don't care. It's for the mask. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking for gear. I want that mask. And no matter what difficulty you have the world set to, when you face those hunters and you take them out, you're going to get that mask, which is awesome. Community is chill unless you go into the dark zone. Very true. Dark zone can be super, super toxic. And the problem now is that there's this cheating and glitching and invisibility, invincibility. And look, you run into some great players there. Like, excuse me, for me, you know, if I go into the DZ, which is rare, I'm going in on like a Monday at like 7 a.m. my time when it's empty. You go in there in the evenings, but like Pacific time, whatever, it's just a Wild West. And for some people, they like it. Some people, they don't. You know what I'm saying? Sergeant, according to the community, you only have to pay with either endgame money or a certain amount of materials. See, okay, that's super cool. Like right there, if you said like that, I like. That I like. You know what I'm saying, Jonathan? It's just, I just don't want to see people get, you know, be taken advantage of. That's just my biggest fear, you know. But yeah, that I would be down for. It's like, oh, you know what? I really need some, you know, recalibration items. So this costs, I mean, that's something that could work. I could see that. But again, it's got to be super tricky on their end. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be super, super tricky to do. You know, Sultan, so Terrible Way just played the game. Why take shortcuts? The problem is, not problem, but certain people don't have an amount of time to get things or whatever. You guys know there was this whole, and again, I do not want to get into it. There was this, everyone recently was talking about, you know, the purchasing of items and weapons and this and that and whatever. And for some people, look, if you want to pay $80 or $150, which I think was the cost for an Eagle Bearer, dude, I'm not one to judge you. These are for people who don't want to take the time and do it. And when you do it, you have to log in and give them all your information. So if you want to do that, go for it. Go ham. Is it the wisest move? Probably not. But I don't know, whatever, dude. To each their own. I just don't want to see everyday players be taken advantage of. You know what I'm saying? Donation box. How about if they had a donation box and you have to limit how much you can take if they need to have an exotic or you want? Yeah, see, that's another good thing as well. But I think what gets tricky sometimes. Again, excuse me, if you're just tuning in, I almost choked on drinking tea a little while ago, so I do apologize for my coughing like just a gross human being. If you are just joining as well, feel free to hit that sub button, like button, or if you are so inclined, feel free to hit that join button as well. Coming at you live on a Friday morning. Yeah, you know, I think these are things in regards to mailboxes and sharing items. These are all things I'm sure the game has to have already... There's no way this hasn't been brought to their attention. There's no way that this hasn't been a discussion. But I think the problem is, in our mind, it could be a very easy way to implement something, but it could be very easy for things to get out of hand. You know what I'm saying? And... let's talk about the certain, you know, let's say invincibility or invincibility. It's not that kind of tea, Salva. But yeah, it is. No, I just get all excited and I'm drinking way too fast. So anyway, so going back to, you know, the idea of sharing and this and that, you know, an example I can give is let's talk about the fixes they've made to the Dark Zone. And every time they put out a patch, they're like, hey, we fixed this glitch and this glitch. And yet it returns, right? Well, what's going to happen is if certain things get abused in a system, they're going to say it's fixed and it's not. And it's not that they haven't fixed it, it's that people have found out another workaround to exploit it. So I think when it comes to certain things, if there's money to be made, they're going to be very leery of that part. You know what I'm saying? Lion King is headed over to GC Rock. Awesome. King, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your time. You are wonderful, my friend. Stay safe. Have a great weekend, buddy. And again, guys, GC Rock does raid carries, stuff like that. You definitely want to check out his Discord if you are interested in getting those raid carries, getting those raid exclusives, stuff like that. We're going to be here for probably another, I'd say 45 minutes or so talking about the game. Now's the time to ask those questions if you have anything you want to know about the season. As I said, if you're just joining, hit that like button, hit that sub button. You can hit that join button as well. There's a link at the top of the page. Yeah, the force got me. Force got me, I was like, ugh. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. So let me ask a question, everyone. While we are waiting for this new content, what are certain things that you're looking to do in the game? Like, what are you trying to accomplish? I know for me, I've said this a bunch of different times. My main goal is to try to stack my recalibration library, which I really need to do. There are still certain weapons that I haven't maxed out in regards to the stats in the library itself. Also trying to get as many God-rolled mods as I can because I don't know what kind of changes are going to be made. Certain mods I don't touch now, like shock resistant. I have a few God-rolled of those, but I don't touch those. But what about if they make a certain change to those mods? I want to make sure I have them in the library. So do me a favor in chat. Let me know what you're looking for or what you're trying to get in the game. Salva's saying really quick, it is a grinding game. If people are playing and you're not and can get the exotic for free, beats the point to play and grind. Yes, that's the whole thing. So remember, my friends, this game is a looter shooter. I love the grind, man. I love grinding for things in this game. Now, it can be frustrating, yes, 1,000%. Drop rates can get you, but there are those sessions where you're getting everything, and you're just stacking that great gear. Not only that, once you get certain pieces of gear, it changes the way you play the game. It changes your entire dynamic of the game. So it is worth it, and again, that's the entire point. But some people want to take those shortcuts. If they do, they do. I mean, hey, I'll tell you what. I don't care about that stuff if it's in PvE. PvP stuff, it kind of gets to me when there's cheating and glitching and things like that. But if you want to play a game a certain way, just, more power to you. It doesn't affect us. That's the good stuff. You know what I mean? Barkin is saying, I use armor regen attributes in my skill builds. Could you roll some pieces to armor regen? It helps with, yes, so you could roll some pieces to armor regen. It does help with survivability. Absolutely. And I think that's a thing, when certain build, it's funny, as someone who makes builds, you guys have heard me you've heard me say this before. When it comes to builds and making build videos, when I do them, one of the first things I say in every build video is, remember, this is just a template. This is a baseline for what you can do. The most important thing, take your time and make a build your own. Think about survivability. Think about how you actually play the game. And every once in a while, it's very rare, but then you have people going, well, that's not the way you do this build. Yes, it is. It is the way. If it works for you, then that's the way you do the build. Well, you're missing out on 2% this. I don't care. This is the way I like running the build because that 2% this, I'm actually getting over here. Oh, it's not. What's this build? Is it crit? Is it this? You guys, you design a build around your gameplay. If you enjoy it, you enjoy it. Adding armor regen to a skill build, I guarantee you there's so many people who would love running skill builds more if they did that. And that's a great example of build diversification. You know what I mean? Love it. M says, PSA for players interested in farming the DZ resources. The level 30 DZ is usually a ghost town. If you have extra character slot, boost to 30 and farm piece. Oh, that's a really good call. Really good call. Sultan says, I'm looking to get green gear sets and Coyote Mask. I missed the season last time. Yeah, the Coyote Mask. You know what's funny about that is I've been farming masks for a while. I have it because I got it from this season. I don't know if I've ever seen a Coyote Mask drop. I think I've gotten it from an exotic cache before. Don't know if I've actually seen it drop from an NPC. But it is in the general loot pool, so you can get it. And you can get it. It does not need to be a hyena that drops it. It can come from any faction. Just again, follow that targeted loot of masks around the map. Not only that, if you want, set your loot to masks in the summit. That's a great way as well. Next question. Means asks, do you think the devs will change the trinkets so they add value to them? They are pretty much worthless. I don't think so. I mean, I don't see the point. I mean, I do, of course, that I take that back. Of course there's a point. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they're going to do that or not. It'd be kind of cool. Say, like, yeah, getting that certain trinket gives you, a 5% chance of better loot dropping, right? Something like that. I mean, think about that. Like, think about being able to have a backpack trophy that can give you a 2, 3, 5% chance of something dropping, whether it's an exotic, whether it's a named item. That I'd rock that. I would rock that. And not only that, I'd rock that thing all the time. I'd also try to find it nonstop. That'd be a cool thing. Oh, I want to write that down. That's a great call. Means, really, really good question there. I like that. I'm actually writing that down. I'm going to try to send that off. Backpack, trophy, talents. And I think another thing we're going to see also is once we do get that new, with a skill, with the, with all the different revamps we're going to get with the, we're getting so many different revamps, with the new content, whether it's a specialization revamp, whether it's an expertise system. We're going to be able to tweak things certain ways, but that's a really cool thing. I like that. Scott asks, what is the best PvP skills in your opinion? Honestly, Scott, I'm not the person to ask. I do not play PvP at all, really, ever. Talk to Von Doom, shoot him a message, Cowboy, a lot of people out there. You definitely want to hit them up. I wish I could answer for you. But again, I want to make sure I never point you in the right direction. And feel free, if you guys, AK asked, since we're talking about the DZ, can anyone recommend a build for doing DZ landmarks? See, for me, it's like, okay, I'm going to do all crit hit Lady Death build. That's as far as it gets for me. And I don't even know if that's even viable right now. Press X start. I have not played that game as yet, but I need to. But there are so many games, like I said, so I have to make the choice. For games that I want to cover at the channel, the Division and the Division Heartland is never changing. So that's happening nonstop. Then I need to make the choice of what other games do I enjoy like this that I want to play and cover at the channel. So right now my list is, it's been just this game. It'll be Heartland when it comes out, so we add those. So we have 2 games there because they are separate games. We have Horizon Forbidden West, which started yesterday. I'm going to start covering that. Destiny 2 I'm trying to jump back into. We'll see what happens. But we also have Elden Ring starting next week, and if that turns out to be the way I think it is, I may be covering that. So many games. Doing my best. VidGirl 8. VidGirl, I agree with this 1,000,000,000%. VidGirl 8 says, I wish they let you have at least 2 turns at recalibration, but I guess that would give players too much power, and we can't have that, can we? Well, you bring up a very, very, very good point. In my opinion, I'm fine with 2 turns at recalibration. Only reason is because recalibration is so expensive. It is so expensive. Or to optimize something, and keep in mind with the optimization, they lowered that from when it first came out, and it still cost an arm and a leg. So I'm okay with that. I think it'd be fine, to be honest with you. I really do. I really, really do. It's so funny. Where was... Varkin says, it's funny how when you need some exotic or named item, it doesn't drop. I made a 4th character in January when I had a hard time farming for gear for that character. Yeah, there's some times, and I talk to a lot of people, they'll be farming, let's say on heroic, right? They're just killing it, and they're getting nothing. Speed running this, speed running that, they're getting nothing good. They're trying to get, let's say, the memento. They wind up helping a friend who's on normal, boom, memento drops right away. That's the beauty and the terror of a game like this, is that it's all luck. Sometimes it's all luck. Sometimes you're going to get sessions. Like when I put together my farming video for the Bighorn, I'd never had the Bighorn drop for me before ever. I'd done level floor on the level 90, in the summit like 20, 30 times in a row where you do that boss farm. And if you haven't seen that, I put out a video on that as well. You can look back and see it. I think it was around Christmas of last year. But anyway, point being, farming level 90 in the summit, 4 named bosses, or 3 at least, and you think to yourself, well, if I'm going to get the bighorn, this is where it's going to be on Legendary. And I do it like 20, 30 times in a row, I don't get it. Everyone was saying farm level 10 of the summit. I'm like, okay. In 10 attempts, I get the bighorn 3 times. And you see my shade level like goes up 1 or 2 levels, if that, during that time, if at all. They were all in succession. It was one of those great farming days. So again, sometimes you get lucky, sometimes it's one of those days, my friends. Excuse me. Unknown dude, what is the best place to find named enemies? Bounties are great. I don't know if you can run, can you do heroic difficulty unknown? Let me know if you can. If you can, just heroic, what's it called? Control points. You're going to face 2 named enemies each time. As far as named enemies in the open world, there's a map you can look up. They'll show you the different spots. They do spawn in the same location, but they're on a 30-minute timer. So if you face a named enemy in the open world, whether you kill them or they kill you, it sets that timer. So always keep that in mind. But I would say bounties, I would say heroic control points, stuff like that. And actually unknown, if you go to my channel, you're going to have to scroll a little bit. But I show you some of the best way to farm named enemies in regards to having unlimited named bosses in the summit and having unlimited bounties when it's a bounty with more than 1 target. VidGirl, very important. She says, do your weekly requisition project. It yields a cash, an exotic cash. So you basically get an exotic for your basic looting. Cannot stress that enough. So there are 3 ways to get exotic caches every week, no matter what. There's the weekly shade requisition, which you need to, like VidGirl said, just donate components, stuff like that. You have the weekly summit project, which all you need to do is complete 30 floors on the summit on any difficulty whatsoever. So you could do 29 floors on normal and then do the 30th on heroic. I don't think you need to. I don't think there's going to be a huge difference whether it's on normal or heroic. But again, if you want to play it safe, you can do that. And there's also a weekly legendary mission as well. Now, you can do all 3 of those for all of your characters. So if you have multiple characters, you can get, 9, 12 exotic caches a week, no matter what. And then you can trade those items between your own characters, which is great. Let's see. Jonathan says, oh, Kamikaze Von Doom is here. What's up, buddy? I just saw you, man. I'm sorry. I'm trying to play catch up on chat. Everyone, Kamikaze Von Doom. Dude, buddy, we were just talking about, you guys go to his channel, sub if you haven't, obviously. And really quick, if you're just tuning in here, guys, hit that like button, hit that sub button. We're at 91 viewers, over 100 likes. I'll probably go for at least another 45 minutes. This is some pre-recorded footage. As I said, I may have to rewind a little to keep this bad boy going. But again, I'll probably go until, I would say, maybe around noon, something like that. Anyway, putting that aside, Kamikaze Von Doom is here. We were talking about speed runs in regards to, Manning National Zoo. He put out a build yesterday. You need to check that out. It crushes it. I was giving you a quick breakdown of what the build is, but again, you want to know the specifics. You want to go to his channel, check it out. Jonathan is saying, Ubisoft is suing Diving, no way, Diving.net for 42 million. Yeah, so I know, I don't even like saying their name, but that website for 42 million. Yeah, no, I know that whole thing. And Jonathan, I'm going to take this comment off chat, just so you know. I'm not reporting it. I'm just taking it off, so it can't be, because I just don't want anyone to accidentally click on it, or you know what I'm saying? Like, you guys know where I'm coming from. But that does not surprise me. That does not surprise me at all. Von Doom, what's going on, buddy? Shepherding right now until new content. Kitsch, that's a great thing. I love the shepherding system. One of my favorite things to do in this game is answer a call for backup when the person's doing story mode. It's the coolest thing, because you're running in with your character, and this one right here is obviously built for legendary content. Whether it's this one or my Scorpio build or any end game build, you're going to be able to pretty much rip through story mode. So much fun to do. I love that. Excuse me. Yeah. And again, Jonathan, yeah, thank you for that heads up. I'm just going to, again, remove the comment. because I don't want people to actually mistakenly click on something or go to that site and blah, 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 all that stuff. But yeah, it doesn't surprise me, man. I know a lot of sites have been doing stuff like that for a while. Again, don't want to get into it now, but yeah, it's crazy, crazy stuff. Varkin says he got his big horn on Thor 10 of the summit after about 17 tries. Yeah, sometimes it'll happen. Sometimes, you know, and like I said, I tried 20, 30 times on 90, nothing happened. Tried 10 times on floor 10, got 3 of them. It was insane. Jonathan, my friend, thank you for understanding and thank you for that info. I'm definitely going to look that up. Tony Blazes, what's up, my friend? Yes, the weekly legendary exotic drop is good as well, without a doubt. And yeah, if you're able to do that, and that's where you're going to get the best loot as well, you know, consistently. I love farming heroic just because I don't have to think twice about my build or what I'm actually doing. You see here, actually, at this control point, I'm so used to running heroic a certain way with a run and gun build. Honestly, during this footage, I forget what I'm doing and I wind up going, oh, I got to run to, like, I know this, you know, I know this area because of it. In my mind, I was running with the run and gun build. So you see me just run up the ramp and put my turret down on the floor. And I'm like, wait, I'm not running my Scorpio build. I'm running something else. And so there are moments where you forget the type of build you're running because you're used to a certain level of content. You know what I mean? So for me, heroic's kind of like that sweet spot. I'm getting good gear. Don't have to worry about the headaches of legendary. But running legendary in a group is one of my favorite things to do. Check the leader. Oh, look, oh wait, hang on. Let me get here. Steve-O had a question. Played about a year at launch. It stopped. Just started playing again about a month ago, but don't have a legendary mission with an exotic reward. No, so there is no legendary mission with an exotic reward. Okay, so what we're referring to is if you go into your menu and you scroll over to projects, what you will get is if you complete whatever this week's legendary mission is, okay, you will see a reward for completing it is an exotic cache. So there is no guaranteed legendary, there is no guaranteed exotic drop from a legendary. But if you do the weekly legendary mission, you will get an exotic cache, which could contain one of, you know, any of the exotics in the game. Von Doom is saying, check out the leaderboards for Kenley College solo. Yeah, I will when I'm done with this, you machine, you. You kidding me? Von Doom, such a beast. He's a beast. Oh, that's so awesome, dude. I want to check that out. I've never checked leaderboards for anything. I want to start doing that. VidGirl is saying, started answering the calls and was surprised when your rank went up. It was totally unprepared for that. Didn't know that was a thing. Oh, yeah, I know. Me too. It's like I do it when I can, you know. It's kind of tricky. One of the things I run into sometimes, and if you're one of the players who's tried to join my group or invited me and I've declined it, it's not because I don't want to play. It's because right now with this game, I'm using most of the time when I played a particular footage for videos, things like that. And so there are some times where I try to answer the call if someone says, you know, I'll randomly get so-and-so has invited you to a group. If I ever decline it, I do apologize. It's just because I'm in the middle of recording something, which is most of the time when I am playing this game during certain hours. You catch me in the evening, stuff like that, I'll always join up and yeah, we should be good to go. But yeah, I love doing that. Love the shepherding system. That's one of my favorite aspects about this game. And in my opinion, that's what makes this game so great. That system is built around players truly helping other players for their benefit, not their own. That's what I love the most. Does that make sense? You know what I'm saying? That to me is what this game is about. It's truly about, you know, trying to help someone who's like, for instance, I cannot wait to farm with subs and members and just, you know, whomever, trying to help them get Lady Death, trying to help them get Memento, Scorpio, whatever it is, because that to me is my favorite part of the game. You know what I mean? That to me is when you get that weapon, you get that item, something you've been looking for, it changes the game for you completely and it just reinvigorates you. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, it's the best thing. It really, really is. Dubsta, what is going on? Dubsta75, good to see you. Hello to you, my friend. It's been a while. Hope you're doing well. Beep, 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 beep. Steve-O says you don't have that project. I don't know if you have to unlock it. So where are you in the game right now? Are you in Warlords? Are you in New York or are you in DC right now? And are you at level 40 or level 30? Do me a favor, answer that and we'll figure it out. Wolfpack is wondering, what system is everyone playing on here? I am on Xbox Series X primarily. I do have a character on PC, which I don't touch unless it's for the PTS. Also have the PlayStation character, which I pretty much don't use as well. However, I will be redoing the clans for both PlayStation and Xbox. And as I promised, I will let you know all that information next week. VidGirl says, I hate that they made Kenley College a speed run. You should have the option to run it either regular missions or as a speed run. So frustrating now to start the whole thing mission. Yeah, I haven't touched Kenley College. Honestly, I've not gone back to Kenley College since I got the diamond back. That's just my choice. And Kenley College, I was watching Von Doom's stream earlier. It was funny. He was talking about in the stream. He was saying how there's a ton of loot here. It may not be the best, but it's a ton of loot. And then he winds up getting a God rolled 511. I think it was, I don't know if it was gloves or knee pads or something, but it's funny how the game works. Once you say, oh, this never happens, it happens. Kenley College has a ton of stuff there, which is awesome. Dubster's playing some PvP. You are a braver person than I am, my friend. So, Dubster, let me ask you a question. For you, when you are playing PvP, what's your, I don't know how to phrase this question. Are you going in just for the PvP aspect, just to like bang heads with people? Are you trying to, like for me, if I'm farming for something, I want to make sure I actually get it, hence not going into the dark zone. Going into, because obviously you have to extract with stuff, but going in to just go head to head with people, that's the part I get. So I'm curious, do you go in there just to, I'm not saying to pick a fight, but it's like, ooh, this person's trying to take my stuff. All right, now I'm going to counter and this and that. Like, is it just for the PvP aspect, or is it to just cruise around the dark zone too? Or is it a little bit of both? John Reynolds, hello John, how are you, my friend? Asks, can you farm the Backfire SMG? The answer is yes. The Backfire was a guaranteed drop in one of the previous seasons. However, it is a drop. It is now in the general loot pool. So you can farm for the Backfire wherever the SMG is the targeted loot. So yes, you can definitely do that. Steve, so you're done with DC in New York. You're level 40. I don't know why, Steve. It should be popping up for you. Because that means you have... Yeah, it should pop up unless you haven't completed some of the main storyline in DC. Have you completed all of the strongholds in DC? Maybe that's it. I'm not sure. Take a look at that. Let me know. A lot of people on PlayStation, a lot of people on a few PC players, I think. We've got a bunch of PlayStation, a few Xbox. Yeah, for me, and we were talking about crashing, the game crashing earlier. Seems to happen a lot on PC mostly. I'm trying to get some answers for people. Of course, John, absolutely. Yeah, look, it's going to be a grind. I mean, you can get it. And the other good thing is this, John, is if you are farming in a group, you go to anywhere the SMG is the targeted loot, you go to the summit, whatever it may be. One thing I recommend doing is let people know what you're looking for, because so many times at the end of a mission, control point something, people want to share things, and if you take off right away, you may miss it. Let people know what you're looking for. Dubsta, thank you for answering my question. It was out of pure curiosity, because I don't go in the DZ that often, excuse me. Dubsta was asking, or I asked Dubsta, excuse me, like, what is your, like when you go in the DZ, is it just to bang heads, PvP, or is it to farm? What's up? And he says, bang heads, steal loot, defend loot, all aspects of the DZ, and that is the perfect answer. I love it. And that's what the DZ is for. Like, here's the thing, guys, don't get me wrong. PvP is great. There are a lot of improvements that need to be played for this game. I'm not a PvP player, and I sincerely feel that that part of the community has been neglected for a while. That is for another video. However, if I go into the dark zone and my stuff is taken, I can't get pissed. Why am I there? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what the DZ is for. It's for banging heads, stealing loot, taking stuff, going rogue. That's what it's about. So anyway. Steve is saying, my friends have played less than me but have the project. I don't know. I don't know, Steve. Honestly. Do me a favor, Steve. I don't know if you follow me on Twitter or not. If not, shoot me a message. We'll try to figure this out. Anofray, what's going on? Plays on Xbox. Drew is PS5. Yeah, PS5. Drew, I'm telling you right now. I started playing Horizon Forbidden West last night. Just insane. And I will be like, and for those of you just tuning in, I know that originally I was going to do a Horizon live stream. Game went live for me at 9 p.m. my time. And I was like, okay, I need to get a bunch of footage, and I want to put together a type of video, and I want to do this, and I'm going to live stream, but I don't want to live stream any spoilers and all that stuff. Got 2.5 hours in, and I just got into like the opening cutscene where the title of the game is. Like the first 2.5 hours, there was gameplay. Don't get me wrong, but a lot of story stuff, a lot of things that people may not want to see initially. But 2.5 hours just to get to the title sequence of the opening of the game. That's how immersive this game is. It's absolutely amazing. So yeah, I will be playing that. Steve-O plays on Atari. Hey, I'll tell you what. People when people say the game is dead, dude, Mario's not dead. Pac-Man's not dead. The game isn't dead. People are just stupid. Anyway, Tater Salad, what's up, kid? Good to see you, buddy. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. John Reynolds is saying he had very good luck solo in the Summit. Read it twice. Got Lady Death and the Pestilence. Dude, that's a monster run right there. What was your targeted loot set for when you did that? Was it SMG or was it LMG? Like, how did you... Or did you switch it up each time? I'm curious on that one. That's awesome. Yep, Summit is a great way for targeted loot. 1,000%. Sultan laughing at Atari. Hey, old school, baby. Give me some Excite Bike. Old school Nintendo, man. Dubs is saying he does do control points to optimize your builds. Yeah, that's a great way to do it. You can, and what's great too is now with this, and again, if some of you were asking earlier and I touched base on it, but if you're just tuning in, I'll touch base on it again right now. Also, guys, really quick, if you're just joining, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that sub button. If you're inclined, hit that join button as well. It does help the channel out a lot. One thing I was talking about is next week with the global event, a lot of people don't enjoy the Hollywood Global event because you don't like having to put together certain types of builds for explosions or whatever it may be. It may not be your thing. I will be doing live farming for XP, stuff like that, walking you through what I do, how I do it, and why I'm actually doing it with a few live streams next week. So we will be doing that. I'll be doing a morning one and an evening one as well to try to catch everyone. So again, I will keep you guys informed on that. BTTTT, where are we at? When's the first Kamikaze Von Doom? Thank you. When is the first video on Horizon? You can't wait to see it. I think my goal is this. I'm going to put out my news video on Monday, and then I'm going to do hopefully a Horizon stream Monday evening for the first one. Then on Tuesday, I'll put together my first Horizon build, which is going to be things you want to do when you first start off the game. I am going to be spending most of my weekend playing Horizon so I can get to a certain point in the game where I can do live streams without giving away spoilers, just because the game is brand new. And people play that game different ways, and again, we'll talk about that during that stream. Never want to give anything away and just, want to have actual, good footage to share and all that good stuff. So anyway, where are we at? Walter, what's going on, my friend? Hang on, we're trying to scroll up a little bit. So that was I'm mumbling to myself because I'm trying to play catch up. AK is saying, yeah, he was referencing the fact for PC players with the crashing. Very often on PC, I don't know if it's an issue with my PC or the version of the game. Again, one recommendation I've had is make sure every single time you play the game, you log out completely. Not just close the game, like completely log out, quit the game entirely. Hopefully that will help with connection issues. Let me know. Scroll down. Hello, Walter. Talking to Kami. Yeah, if Kenley College was a legendary stronghold, dude, I'd be there every minute. I'm already at Lincoln Memorial every day, depending on the loot. I'd also be there every minute if that was legendary. That'd be sick. Liam, optimization is so expensive. It is ridiculously expensive. Without a doubt, and that needs to change. And keep in mind, it needs to change, even though, it went from, it was more expensive when it first started, and they dropped the rate, and it's still ridiculous right now. So I agree 1,000%. John was saying when he got Lady Death and the Pestilence, he switched it up. He ran SMG first, then LMG. That's awesome. There are a few streams where I've done over the last few weeks where I've been running, and I have like a SMG targeted loot, and I get like 4 tardigrades. It's like, damn it, why is that happening? It drives me crazy. Guys, I cannot believe this. We are 2.5 hours in. We had 100 concurrent viewers. I'm not sure where we're sitting on likes, but again, appreciate you all so much. Probably be able to go for another 20 minutes or so. I'm going to need to. So as most of you know, on Friday I do live chats, which means, excuse me, that this footage is pre-recorded. I think I only have like 2 hours and 40 minutes of footage. So in about 5 or 10 minutes, you're going to see me scroll back a little bit so we can keep this bad boy going. Let's see where we're at. All right, let's see. I've been playing this game. Drew is saying, oh, what's up, Amos? What's going on? Good to see you. Wolfpack is saying, hang on, I'm trying to catch up to everyone, my friends. If you're just joining again, hit that like button, hit that sub button. Walter, again, good to see you. Appreciate you being here. More missions. Means is saying more missions need multiple named enemies like Lincoln Memorial. Yeah, you know what? That's why I like Lincoln. 4 named enemies. And depending on your build, like I can get through that thing in like less than 10 minutes. Dude, give me more. Give me more. Britney Spears style, man. What's going on, Amos? Said hello to you. What was your first console and first game? Oh, geez. We can't get into that, Sultan. That's a rabbit hole right there. Ay, ay, ay. But that's a great question for just a general chat. What's your favorite first console and first game? For me, my most memorable one, excuse me, you know, was Nintendo and Super Mario Brothers. I mean, I remember I had an Atari when I was a kid, and Pac-Man was the bomb. Like when Pac-Man came out on Atari, your mind was blown. It was insane. But my what really got me into gaming was that Nintendo, the NES. I mean, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, Mario Brothers, you know, Contra. Oh, dude, lights out, buddy. All right, we're gonna try to catch up. What would you? Walker asks, what would you do? What would you do? The shepherd. What would you do? The shepherd answer call. I've had people drop exotics for me 2 or 3. Yeah. So that's the thing. When you answer the call and someone's answering the call, they're answering to help you out. You know what I'm saying? So that's why the best thing is. So you have so many players. Like, you know, I'll see someone's, you know, sending out a thing and they're in story mode. I jump in and they're at like shade level 10. And I'm at shade level, 2237. And anything I have that's decent, I give to them. You know, because I know they're struggling on a certain content, that we're doing whatever it is. So again, that's what it's about. That's why I love that shepherding system so much. Geraldine is asking my thoughts on the new expertise system coming. I absolutely like the idea of it. Sounds great. I want more. I want more information. I want to be able to make an actual, you know, I'm looking forward to, excuse me. Look, we've talked about this a lot recently. We don't know specifics of anything as yet. And I get that. That's fine. I'm totally okay with it. I don't have an issue without knowing what's going on. But until we do, I don't want to get super hyped up until we have that information. You know what I mean? But for me, the idea that you can really cater towards your game style with a certain build, that I love. I think it's awesome. And I think it's going to bring a lot of build diversification, to the game. It's going to help people really hyper-focus on the type of build they like to run. So I really like it. AK is saying his first game was Tetris on the original Game Boy. That's a good call. I used to do through high school I did track and field. As a kid, I was on, you know, a team, and we just traveled to different places, and I remember playing Tetris nonstop. Totally forgot about that. Oh, totally forgot about that. Metroid, good call. Amos is asking, anyone having PC crashes can try run command prompt as admin. Yeah, that's, guys, so if you take a screenshot of that right now, hopefully that'll help. Hopefully that'll help out. It's a temporary fix. I'm actually going to take a screenshot of it with my phone so I can send it to a few people that have sent it. We'll talk about that in Monday's news video as well, because that seems to be really prevalent right now. A lot of people playing PC are having crashing issues. Yeah, Von Doom was saying that they're doing a Bioshock movie. Division movie is also going to be done. I don't know. I'm going to reach out to, well, I'm wondering. I don't know if Division was in early stages of pre-production. They were still working on the script, which means that it's in development. I don't know if pre-production has started yet, but it's already in development. So it's been greenlit, and I think all the parts are moving in the right direction. So hopefully we'll see what happens. I don't know when they start filming, but I'll see if I can call a few friends who work in the industry. See if they can get some answers. Keep you guys posted. Some exclusive stuff. So what I'm going to do really quick is I am going to, just so you guys know, we're going to run this for about 15 more minutes. I'm almost out of gameplay footage. So I'm going to need to do, you're not losing your mind, I need to scroll this back a little bit. So do not trip out. All is good. All is good. It just gives me more time to actually chat with you, just in case. You know what I'm saying? So you're like, wait, what just happened to the footage? We're scrolling back for a reason. I don't want the video to end while I'm in the middle of chatting. That would suck. We're going to stay here until about noon. So again, if you're just joining, hit that like button, hit that sub button. If you are so inclined, you could hit that join button as well. It really would help out. It does help out the channel. But again, no obligation whatsoever. Walter's asking, Walter Ortiz, do you think Kenley College should turn into a raid? Yes, I do. Now, I was not the biggest fan of raids back in the day because I hadn't run one. Finding 8 people, all on mic, all this stuff. They didn't let you do matchmaking and blah, 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 all this stuff, whatever. Then I actually joined a dedicated group, thanks to Mr. Kamikaze Von Doom, who has an amazing Discord as well. You want to check that out. And once I did that, I had so much fun. I'm like, now I get it. And again, I didn't fully complete the raid until like a year after the raid came out. So people were already really proficient at doing their stuff. You know what I'm saying? I think it should. I think I would love to see that. I would really love to see that. I think it'd be great. I think it'd bring a lot of players back. I hope there is a new raid. I thought originally we were supposed to get 3. I don't remember exactly, but, you know, so much has changed over the last 2 years, so much because of COVID and working at home and shelter in place and all that stuff. So, but I would love to see that happen without a doubt. Wolfpack Gaming is saying you are farming control points in DC. The drop rates are so good. You're getting double exotic drops, both Lady Death and Memento at the crash site. Yikes. Guess what I'm farming later? That's insane. Yeah, I'll tell you right now. Really quick, right below that. Final Fantasy VII on PlayStation for me was a game changer. One of my favorite games of all time, besides The Division, Horizon Zero Dawn, now Forbidden West, God of War, stuff like that. But yeah, that Final Fantasy on PlayStation, Final Fantasy VII, when that came out, which I think it was in 97, something like that, 1997. Oh, totally changed gaming for me. I just felt so invested into a game. But anyway, Kami says, hit that like button. It's free. Thanks, buddy. Hit that thumbs up. Can you do a gameplay chat? Salvasol saying, can you do a gameplay chat to discuss how to pick gear? What is, in your opinion, good gear? So, yes. You know what? And actually, no. I'm not going to do that on a live chat. I'll do that on a live stream. So as I'm playing, you can ask, you know, and that's why live streams are better. So it's one of those things where I put up a survey asking, what do you guys want to see? Do you want to see live streams where I'm playing live and talking to you? Or do you want to see live chats where the footage is pre-recorded, but I can focus on your questions? Because it is tough to do both sometimes. Putting that aside, overwhelmingly, half of you were like, we want to see a combination of both. So to answer your question, Salva, in my next live stream, ask me that question. And while I'm playing live, I can tell you in my mind what determines for me what is gear to keep, what is gear to toss. I would love to share that with you. It is all obviously dependent on where you are in the game. How far along are you? Where your recalibration library is, things like that. But I will definitely walk you through that 1,000%. That's so funny. Sultan saying, see, and that's what's tough is that for some people, certain weapons, Sultan is saying to Geraldine, I was going to drop you a Lady Death. I have 4 for no reason, keeps dropping. Some people get items in this game nonstop. Others, it's like, it's the magical unicorn that never shows up. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I hear you. Trust me. I get how frustrating it can be. I've had that before. Like for me, getting my actually coincidentally my first lady death took, I don't know, I want to say 6 or 8 weeks of nonstop farming named bosses in New York to try to get it, and it just didn't. It's same thing with the Bullet King, because the Bullet King you could only originally get from Wall Street from one boss. One boss would drop that weapon. That's it at Wall Street, and it took me forever to get that as well, but it was worth it. You know what I'm saying? Von Doom says Super Mario and Duck Hunt. Yeah, it's a good combo right there, man. Both on that one disc, or not disc, once on that one cartridge. I was a fan of the last Metal Gear Solid games, but you know, since 2016, since The Division came out, this has just been my go-to thing. I've never played a game like it, and I've enjoyed other games. You know, and again, for me to cover a game at the channel, I have to enjoy it. It has to be really good. This for me is that game. Horizon Forbidden West is that game. God of War. And the reason I didn't cover, some of you are asking why didn't I cover the first Horizon Forbidden West? Excuse me, first Horizon Forbidden West. Why I didn't cover Horizon Zero Dawn? I didn't have a channel. You know, the channel's less than 2 years old. Will be 2 years old in April. But there's going to be a lot for us to look forward to, and there are a lot of great things coming out soon. We have, you know, the Destiny update. I'm on the fence with that. I should be playing that game. We'll see what happens if I have the time. There's also Elden Ring. So again, yeah, a lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff. Wolfpack Gaming says, Sergeant, before you go, could you give your thoughts on the current state of the game? Absolutely 1,000. Oh, real quick, Amos. That's you with the Bullet King. You're still trying. I think Von Doom. Oh, he just said it right below you. He still needs another Bullet King. He deleted his last year. Kami, we'll go farming, dude. Yeah, one day, dude, we'll both do a live stream at the same time and just group up and help people out. I think that'd be fun. Okay, so Wolfpack, yes, I want to take a moment and answer a question Wolfpack Gaming asked. He asked, before you go, could you give your thoughts on the current state of the game? My personal opinion, and then we're going to wrap this thing up. And again, any other questions I didn't get to, guys, please make sure you, I'll have these streams next week and, hit me up, whatever it is. But I do my best to get to everything. But I think the last 2 years really, really, really screwed up the entire industry in many ways. Now, if we're talking specifically the Division, we have a whole new team over there. I know Yannick is still there. I know Trick Dempsey, she's still there. But many members who are part of the team are gone. And not only that, we lived through like a pandemic where shelter in place, work from home. You can't launch a game. You can't work on a game working remotely. It just can't happen. So putting all that aside, I think now, literally now, like over the last, since they came back from their winter break, I think now things are in crazy high gear and things are really getting done. I know for a fact, you guys, there's so much testing going on right now. It's like nonstop. And not only that, they're continuing the test. So next week, they're doing another on-site test, and they're doing more remote tests. And that is for the Division 2's new content, and that's for the Division Heartland. And we are pushing towards that finish line so fast. And I think what's going to happen is the last 2 years where we were supposed to get so many different things, I think it's all going to be, I think everything's coming to a point. You know what I mean? I think now they're actually truly able to do the things they're going to do. Here's where it gets tricky. We've been let down by the game before. You cannot point a finger, at an individual. You cannot say, oh, it's the devs. Oh, it's this. It does not work that way. I'm telling you right now, devs are front and center for the firing squad. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they're sitting there or creative designers like, yeah, let's tell everyone we're going to do this and then let's change it. No. Shit changes, man, and it sucks, and nobody wants that. But it happens sometimes. So in my opinion, right now, the fact that they're quiet, they're taking the time, we know the wheels are actually in motion. We know things are happening, to me, is a great sign. On the flip side of that coin, I want information, and I want it now. Like, I'm tired of quiet. You know what I'm saying? I want state of the games. Well, state of the games we were very spoiled with, but I want those intelligence annexes. I want to see just more insight from the game, things like that. I want to hear more news. I want to get more info. But the reason why I think the game is so quiet right now is because they're keeping their cards very close to their chest because they don't want to let people down again. Does that make sense? You know what I'm saying? You know, I got this message the other day. And actually, let me try to find it really quick. Give me a second. Where is it? It has to do with, you know, the other day, and you're going to probably see a bunch of videos on this stuff. But Ubisoft had their quarterly earnings report, okay? And they talked about, you know, for the fiscal year of 22 going into 23, all this stuff. One of the things they say at the end is to launch in fiscal year 23, which is April 22nd through March, which is April of this year, to March of next year. The games that they say that are going to launch are Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora, Mario and Rabbids, Sparks of Hope, Skull and Bones, as well as more exciting games. That's where we fall. We fall on the more exciting games. I think it is too early to give us an exact date or time of what's going to happen. I think the indication, again, this is just my opinion, this is not fact. I think the fact that our season is shorter, even though it is 3 months, it's condensed. You know what I mean? Seasonal countdown, I don't know where it's at this very moment. What are we at, like 14 weeks, 15 weeks? I don't know exactly. I haven't looked at it today. My point is this. I sincerely think in the next 2 months, we're going to get so much information. And if this season, that timeline is an indication of when we can expect the new stuff, it means we're going to be getting a PTS before then. So again, that was a very long-winded answer, but I wanted to, you know, again, give you my opinion of what's up. I don't want to get my hopes up, and I'm not going to. I'm just not. I play this game because I love it. Play this game because I love the community. Very simple. And I will continue to do that until I have reason not to. And I don't see that changing anytime soon. But I really think that after all this waiting, this is going to be the year that we get a lot of the stuff we've been waiting for a very, very long time. I don't know if you heard that. I dropped the mic. I didn't drop the mic. I punched the mic in the face. But yeah. Yeah, I want the stuff now too, Kami. I do. I'm ready. Let's go. Okay, Liam, you had a question. I think I missed it. Let's scroll up, see if I can find it. No, you said, I saw, yeah, do you or John farm chest loot? Okay, never mind. So yeah, guys, when it comes to farming exotics, things like that, always remember, if you do not have it, if it's something that needs to be crafted, I want to answer a question that was up towards the top. If it's an exotic that needs to be crafted in the game, and let's say, for instance, I know that, Walker, you were talking about trying to get the, I want to say it was the Nemesis. And it is a grind. It is definitely a grind. It's also a timing thing because you have to make sure you're, you know, working on the right event at the right time. There's a bunch of different stuff that comes into play. There are videos you can check out. But the point is this. Like Walker, he's looking for the Nemesis, I believe. Now, if I have the Nemesis, that means it's in my guaranteed loot pool. If I happen to be farming with Walker and one drops for me, I can then give it to him. Then once he has it, you lock it in as a favorite. You go to the base of operations. You talk to Anaya, who's by the crafting bench. You buy the blueprint. Then you're good to go. Liam, actually good. Let's actually we're going to keep going for another few minutes, and then we're going to wrap this thing up. So, Liam, let me ask you a question. In regards to your getting purple loot, you saw on the screen some purple loot dropped. First of all, the only NPC for me, to my recollection, that drops purple loot has been that one like loot goblin dude from the Halloween, was he in Halloween too? Anyway, from the holiday event. In the open world, if you open supply crates, not a supply cache. Supply caches, the big yellow one, shouldn't have any purple in it. However, supply crates, weapon crates, those can have purple items on heroic, but I don't see them drop from NPCs really often at all. Okay, so Geraldine, you're saying you got the Nemesis from an exotic cache, so you didn't have it. It was just dropped from a cache itself? That's crazy. I haven't heard of that before. I believe you. Oh, but you're missing one piece. So you got the blueprint. Okay, so that makes sense. You got the blueprint from an exotic cache, but you still are missing one of the components. Yeah. Thank you, Liam. Ridgeway's Pride, Gunslinger, Nemesis, Liberty, and Chatterbox all need quest lines to complete before they are added to the loot pool. Well, what's cool about the Chatterbox is, yeah, you've got to hit up certain hyena missions. Again, if you want, I put out a video on how to get the Chatterbox. Just type it in. Yeah, you'll see my guy. You know, I'm not sure how long ago it was from, 6 months, 8 months, but it's all still viable now. It's all still the same stuff. Probably put together another farming video on how to get exotics soon. Once we get word that of certain target dates, I always like to do videos where I just show that certain things are still viable. Jonathan is sharing. Oh yeah, you don't have to share. I believe you, Geraldine. Oh, yeah, I even have proof. That's funny. Where are we? Hang on, give me a second. Trying to play catch up. So Jonathan points out this is the exotic drop rate. 1% normal, 3% for hard, challenging is 8%, heroic is 12%, legendary is 15%. Depending on the targeted loot, the drop rate will increase by 20% on the highest difficulty. Now, again, that is very accurate. That's very true. Of course, right here I have purple loot from an exotic cache. I got not exotic cache, excuse me, from a weapon cache. So, yeah, it sucks. There shouldn't be any purple on heroic, so that's that. But anyway, putting all that aside, when it comes to farming and getting those exotic drop rates, regardless of difficulty, sometimes it's all just luck. You could run 5 missions on challenging, jump to heroic and get it. You could also run 4 on heroic, help a friend out on normal and get it then. But yes, the higher the difficulty and the more directives, what difficulty does is it, that's the higher rate you have for getting exotics. What directives do, that gives you a higher percentage of getting the type of targeted loot you're looking for. So directives have to do, difficulty has to do with quality. Directives have to do with quantity. So if you're farming, let's say, a named boss on heroic, and you take out the named boss and they drop 3 items, and your targeted loot is set to SMG. One of those items will be a SMG. Now, if you're farming on heroic and have 4 directives active, the NPC drops 3 items. There's a chance at least 2 or all 3 of those could be SMGs. So that's what the directives have to do with it. What's going on, MP1? Catching us at the end. We're about to wrap this thing up. I think I'm going to call it, guys. We're at about noon right now. Let me finish up these questions. It's been an awesome stream. You guys are amazing. Want to look and see where we're at. Dubs is saying you've opened the yellow crate and gotten purples from heroic control points. Yeah, I've heard that too. It's weird. That shouldn't be happening. One of the main reasons, and the game has discussed this, the reason why they don't put all God-rolled stuff in crates on... first of all, if you're clearing a control point, everything in there should be yellow, because you're having to clear the thing before you get to that crate. So that's one thing. The reason why you're going to get purples in the weapon crates and the gear crates or boxes, whatever you want to call them, is because what they don't want to happen is they don't want people to jump into heroic and just run around opening crates in the open world or boxes in the open world and getting high-end stuff. They want you to farm for it. But again, those yellow caches, those should not have any purple in my opinion, without a doubt. Yeah. All right, guys, I think, you know what? I think I'm going to call it now. I just looked down to the clock. It's just past noon. Stuff to do. Got to jump back into Horizon Forbidden West. And so ideally look, guys, as always, Monday morning doing my news video. After that, who knows? But I will be back next week streaming live one day, doing a live chat the other day. Next week, guys, it is the time to start playing. We have our first global event. Get those new exotics you're trying to get those Dark Zone named items. Remember, Dark Zone exclusive items are in named caches and legacy caches. I'm going to be walking you through best ways to farm for XP. If you don't like the global event, Hollywood, you don't want to put together a certain type of build, we're going to do an XP farm showing you how to, again, gain stars fast without needing to go through, in your mind, a headache of putting together an explosion build or something like that. But again, my friends, thank you so much for being here. If you haven't done so as yet, hit that like button, hit that sub button. You could hit that join button as well. Please know as we roll into the weekend how much I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your time. And as always, take care of yourselves. Be kind to each other. And I will talk to you soon. I'll see you guys Monday. Thanks again, everyone.